get at the J. Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?
Better boss up, nigga.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the motherfucking Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish.
New world order.
The king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth. Yours truly, the notorious one.
New world order.
AKA Mr. Coach Alini, better known as the prognosticator Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best edutainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Your third leg was just
also
phenomenal.
The man with one trabajo. That is the Mitch Slapper extraordinaire. I am the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the Mating Matrix, the chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer. I'm also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is See God, Allah. And I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up today. We're going to talk about the fallout of the CEO Figaro. Somebody said in the comment section early, the CEO Figaro, the goofiest nigga on the planet, the man that is running for the top spot of the 12 Simps of Cheesemas, the one CEO of Astronomer, the CEO Figaro, who basically just lost $500 million, or what, $500 million, fornicating with the old soggy human resources officer. All right, this is going to be one of the most fantastic flamboyant L's of all time. I mean, there's not many L's that will amount to this L. You know, we talk about celebrities all the time. We talk about some of these NBA players and NFL players who fumble the bag. All right, we talk about these people all the time, and they fumbles a bag. Just believe it or not, they do fumbles a bag. But no bigger bag fumble than the CEO Figaro of Astronomer, worth $1.2 billion. All right, worth $1.2 billion. Had his old human resource hag. I mean, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. You didn't know about the JUCO? You didn't know about the JUCO. See, we're going to talk about the JUCO today because the JUCO is there for your help. It's an aid. All right, but a lot of dudes got too much ego out here. And you out here messing with this old married 49-year-old hag. All right, out of all the women you could have been hugged up with, you could have got your meat fixed. You could have got your meat fixed by any woman on the planet. I bet you that's a nasty woman. I'm going to tell you right now. Look, that woman right there is super duper nasty. Let's flash her up on the screen. Yeah, she's a nasty woman. But here's the thing. There's some significant fallout that we must report because we talked about it yesterday. It was somewhat breaking news yesterday. But we do have to talk about some of the fallout that has happened since we now know who the wife is. The wife is taking some action, not legal action at this particular point. She's taking some actions from social media to completely distance herself from this because she was on, people, they on social media, they will find your crazy ass. All right, you do something crazy on the internet, people will find you in nanoseconds. The Twitter detectives be out here like the Pink Panther. Okay, but here's the thing. What we know, there's so many layers to this. She's married. I mean, and she getting the ghetto pass. But here's the deal, man. Listen, I know y'all Niggys, y'all red pill ragers and MGTOWs, y'all want to complain. Oh, we complain. Why she ain't catching wreck? All right, listen. If you don't know, nigga, now you know. All right, why would she catch wreck? Why would she catch as much wreck? All right, on this one, we gotta realize as men where we are. All right, you gotta know where we are. We're not ever gonna have her catch more wreck than him. All right, this is a dynamic. We just saw this with Diddy and Cassie. Power dynamics. All right, Diddy was a billionaire. Cassie was a 30 millionaire. And guess what? She got up there and got to testify in front of the whole world and say she was a victim. And in this situation here, even though she's the HR director, yeah, she's still the victim. I mean, not in the eyes of me, but she's still going to be the victim in this situation because, money influences things. All right, we're going to talk about that later on in the show. We also have the John Deloney video that we're going to talk about. A woman savagely wants to excavate a man's 401k in order for him to pay child support as he's sick. All right. And we're going to see how heartless a woman can be. Jennifer Lopez officially throwing in the towel. All right. Is Jennifer Lopez throwing in the towel? We also have Straggle and Sniggle Theater and much, much more. But to contribute to today's show. $, the Notorious CGA is on the Cash App. It is Venmo. It is Coach Greg Adams TV. It is PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel when you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the
New world order.
on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, listen, man. If your girl got a job, she's a 50% chance she's going to fuck somebody. All right, and it's probably going to be someone at the bottom or the top. All right, women in the workplace, never been a situation where you can just, we try to turn our feelings off, but, we get horny at work. All right. People get horny at work. There's a lot of sexual tension and dynamics at work. All right. There's power playing. There's a lot of, women have found their husbands at work previously to our, PC culture, if you will. And so that's still at play. All right. Women are going to fuck. Women are hypergamous. All right. That woman is trying to fuck her way to the top. And she had job stability. All right. I'm going to tell you a story about a woman that was almost in that exact situation. I had a client that was in that exact situation. She sued the company and won. All right. I know you niggas, you red pill ragers are going to be like, this is not fair, coach. Coach, this is not fair. She should have scrutiny. Her reputation should be ruined. All right. Her reputation will not be ruined. All right. She'll get another job. And she's going to get a financial windfall too. All men pay. Have you ever heard somebody say that? You're going to say that doctor from that psychologist channel. All right. Not so fast. The Notorious CGA was the one that said all men pay. All right. And how much did this goofy ass nigga pay for some old 48-year-old, woman that eats his gooch? You know what I mean? She be doing the nasty on him. All right, she be doing the nastiest shit. I know white women like this. I had a white woman that was she looked just like this. I mean, very similar, but she was thinner. And she was a soccer mom, and she had just divorced. And she had like an 8-year-old. She came over to my house with a bag full of toys. She was super duper nasty. She had the gray hair in the front like this woman. Let me go ahead and show you. Yeah, I had a white woman just like that. Nasty as hell. She was horny. Horny. All right. She did. She came in. I just met her. I'll tell you the story later. Anyway, I got to get on to the show because I have my appointments all moved around today. My day is very, very packed. Pause. All right, but it's very packed, and I'm going to go straight through the day, powering through the day. I don't even know how I'm going to make it today, but that's what happens, when you're important. You guys need to get some business about yourself. All right, that's the thing, man. And the Free Agent Lifestyle, man, get the book. If you want to understand the philosophy of the Notorious one, me, CGA, get the book, The Free Agent Lifestyle. That's going to be the starting point to see where things add up, because I can't cover everything in every stream. And sometimes I do streams that are kind of pop culture relevant. I take a topic, we stick to some talking points, I grab your attention with a thumbnail. Some people just are here just to be here. We're going to get you through your workday. But some people misunderstand because they don't have $13. They don't have $13. You know what I mean? I don't have $13, coach. All right. Well, that's your problem. All right. You should set up a coaching call. That'll be $1,000. All right. But that's neither here nor there. $1,000 for half an hour. All right. But you have that problem too. But that's neither here nor there. The reason is you're trying to misunderstand me, and I'm just ironing this shit out. Right. Shout out to our brother here. It is a hustle every day, coach. The game is rigged against you. I just watched Candace Owens, and she experienced no technical issues or video glitch, and she's saying some of the wildest ish. I've noticed that, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. But Candace Owens, and I guess there's a new group of people. They're going in on the Jews. All right, I've been listening.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
All right. I think that's what people are doing. All right. I guess that's the new group of people going crazy. They going ham because you used to get canceled for talking about them. Not anymore. All right. And I think that's what the U's were worried about. Because once you get started, there's no stopping them. I mean, people have removed and eradicated that group of people from almost every region of the world, if you will. And once it gets going, ain't no stopping it. All right. So they try to figure it out. He says, Paul Pierce strikes again. Women want more buck for their bang, and men want more bang for their buck. Coach, you got competition. Paul Pierce is taking the red pill by storm. All right, he's going to be the new godfather of the red pill. Mark my words. He's going to be the new godfather of the red pill. All right, Paul Pierce is. He's going to take it over. He's pretty much got all of the 2019 and 2018 talking points. He's got them down pat. All right, he's a single guy. And I will say it's not something that he just jumped on. I mean, he been on that shit for a minute. Remember, he got fired from ESPN or he quit. I can't remember because he was like, hey, you know what? I got hoes in different area codes. And then he also says, back in the day, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, he was talking about a website where you can buy pussy from. Yeah, remember that? Remember that? He was talking about that for a minute. So I know Paul Pierce is a RP disciple. He's a disciple of the Notorious one, or maybe Kevin Samuels, if you will. And he's found a lane. Him got a podcast, and he's gonna be a red pill king. All right. Shout out to you. He's gonna take the world by storm because people need a voice like that then they can latch on to it. They say if Paul Pierce is saying that, then I should be saying that. All right. So shout out to Paul Pierce. But hey, Paul Pierce, just give me a little bit of credit, sir. All right, shout out to our brother Wayne Peters, Wayne Wonder Peters. He says, have a good weekend, coach. Damn, it's Friday. It's the weekend.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
It's the weekend. I got an eventful weekend going on, so you guys have a good weekend, too. Shout out to Joshua Moon says, y'all wives, girlfriends at work being 304s. Oh, my goodness. Yes, they are. If your woman has a job, Niggy. She out here flirting. All right, the job scene is like a bar scene for women. Wellesley says CGA is back in the building. Salute to the brother. Keep going strong. Shout out to you. Dennis S says, what up, coach? Me and my boy went out to kick it last night at the bar. We were pissed. All of the black guys were linked up with fat, ugly, white women. All right, that's the dream for Nickies. He says, we were punching the air like F you, coach. Woof. I mean, fat white women like a moth to a flame. Fat white women and black men go hand in hand like a moth to a flame. I see it all the time. Every now and then I'll see a brother with a slimmy, a nice cutie. But, the nigga brigade was out here just pushing that Jennifer Love Hewitt up like this was the finest woman on planet Earth. I'm sitting here watching this like, what is going on? All right. And I'm not saying Jennifer Love Hewitt is not bad. Not saying I wouldn't smash. But dudes was just hyping her up. I'm like, have y'all never, I've been around a lot of white women. I mean, I've been around a lot of white women. And yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt could get smashed. But are we really putting, what's going on? What's going on, man? I don't get it. And here's the thing, the funny thing about it, I was talking about that other woman, Angel Reese. I was talking about Angel Reese. And all the insecure black men start coming in. Coach, man, she's a queen. You just don't like black women. Now, the funny thing is, I went in on Jennifer Love Hewitt, which was a white woman. I didn't hear any of you Niggy pro blacks say, Coach, man, you just prefer white women. That's why. None of y'all came in and caped. I've been over here talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt for the better part of 3 days, and no pro blacks were offended. Nobody used the excuse, well, you just like white women better. That was a whole white woman. Not only that, she was a kind of a hottie white woman in her late teens, early 20s. And I still went in. So why do black men get sensitive? You guys get so sensitive when I talk about black women. Like, and I be talking about everybody. I mean, I went in more on Jennifer Love Hewitt than I did Angel Reese, and you single mammy raised niggies still was offended. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand you people. I do understand you. You live in a bubble. Nobody came up with the excuse. Nobody came up with the excuse of me. You guys just sat back and watched me talk about Jennifer Love Hewitt's fat rear end and was just sitting back there, and it never crossed your mind one time about my preference for white women. Not one time. Not one time did it come up. Isn't that interesting? You fucking losers. All right, anyway, you fucking losers, single mama raised, sensitive boys. I'll talk about Angel Reese for 5 minutes. They're like, it's because you like white women better. It's like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? Guys are goofballs. Toby says, good morning, coach. Just wanted you to know that I don't have the stomach. It's okay. I don't have the stomach sometimes. Well, that's the gordita, but.
Do you have the stomach?
Yeah, and I didn't even say Angel Reese was ugly. I said she literally was like, average. All right, and then I was like, I don't know why y'all hyping up Jennifer Love Hewitt. She's like below average at this point. And I just said she was average, and niggas lost their mind. They was like, It's because you like white women more, coach. That's why. Shout out to our brother here. Lameek says, wasn't sandbagging at work, so I couldn't donate. But that on the show, hold on for a second. You couldn't, wait a minute. There must be out of order. Okay. It must be out of order. All right, hold on for a second. CR says the Tisha Campbell mommy makeover at 57. That made no difference. All right, Tisha Campbell, I heard she was broke. But something happened. I don't know what happened with your tweet, Lameek. He says, wasn't sandbagging at work, so I couldn't donate. But something on the show, that clapping after the 304 told the truth to every question pissed me off. It's not that she likes humiliating her husband on national TV for money. After seeing this, his family probably told him to pick better. All right. And he says right here, also looking forward to the great show from the Apollo Creative nickname. Shout out to the Coach Gang, Money Mindset Locals, and shout out to my favorite African-American out here. Shout out to you, man. Look, man.
Look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Shout out to you. And in no government name says, good morning, coach. All right. You wanted to let me know you didn't have the stomach. And NGN says, save this super chat for later. All right, all your super chats for later. He says the number one reason the YouTube will never monetize CGA is because he's creating the most dangerous thing in society, young men who are free thinkers, who can't be manipulated by society, and women to self-sacrifice for nothing, no return of investment. All right, are there any PayPalers in here that I need to acknowledge? Because we're going to have to speed through this show. I only have 3 hours, and it's already down to 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right, it's already down. All right, so let me see here. Let's see here, because my massage therapist is coming through. All right, and then I have a doctor's appointment, and I have to see my personal trainer, and then I have a JUCO, and then I have to get some tickets to this thing, and my ticket thing it's a mess. Shout out to David, says, don't go so hard on the CEO guy. He just found the woman that rocked with him. Laughed. He said, massive L. You got to find a woman that rocks with you. Who said that? All right, anyway, let's get to this part of the show. I think we are on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Yes, who likes marriage? We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater coming up. So do me a favor, hit the like button and show your appreciation if you cannot donate. Let's kick that intro, that wonderful intro.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle. All right, we making it work over here. Let's get some laughs going on here with some skits, some funny moments, and some possible crash outs and some red pill rage. All right, that's what we're going to do here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. So let's start with the first video. We have a wife at home that says she don't want to do no work, all right? She doesn't want to do any work. Don't bother her. Don't ask for a sandwich or any of that. Let's show you the video here. A hardworking man coming home from work.
This can't be right. Look. Look at this here. Where's in the sink? Look at this here. Look at this here. Look, and watch what she over here doing.
Get that camera off
and
my
look what she over here doing.
Get that camera off my face.
So I leave it since 5 this morning.
Get that camera off my face. That's what you have to do.
Jesus.
Get your
5 this. I pay all the bills and I leave it 5 this.
Oh, the humanity.
Look at your behavior. Look at your behavior, Jed. And look at your behavior. You nearly mash up my phone. No, Jed, don't touch my phone, Jed.
Oh, the humanity.
Now look at that. I mean, she looking like a whole frog sitting out right here. Like, look at this gear. She do got her feet out here. She got her mud flaps out here. But some of you guys marry monsters like this. Look at this monster. Goodness gracious.
Oh, the humanity.
All right. Did you marry her? She did. Boy, she's sandbagging. All right, she's sandbagging. All right, and she got, look at her fit. All right, look at this dumpy women. What have you done all day? And you come home with an attitude. Does she have a knee sleeve on like Michael Jordan on the right? Oh my goodness, what in the world?
You look here, really want to do nothing, Jed.
Do my what?
Women
do something. Do something.
Look, let's
do something. What? Watch how you get on because somebody ain't cook for you like a little fucking princess.
I'm hungry.
A little fucking princess.
You know what?
Food. No one fucking.
You see that? All you see what's going on? All you see what's going on?
Every day. I see money in the house. I need food. I need sugar. Every day. Every day. Every fucking day.
You see this thing here? Look at she behavior. Look.
Chicken.
Look.
I need meat.
You see this thing
You
here?
pass KFC, you pass
I don't eat
Subway,
that.
you pass.
I don't eat that. I don't eat that.
don't give a fuck. And you can send
This is
this
the
to
thing.
Rose.
Hold on.
Rose, I fucking say your son
I-
is a fucking coward.
I
Every
didn't
day he
tell you.
comes-
All right, they got some music there, and there she is making fun of him and all of his utility. Actually, yeah, you get nothing. And there's a hardworking man. He got his helmet on. He's got his bright vest on. And yeah, all right, there it is right there. Me no work, man. All right, me no work. Kill the white people type shit right there. But yeah, right there. Look at trash everywhere. This is what you guys want. Genuine burning desire. She got Americanized. She definitely got Americanized. You got to watch out for your women. If you get them from another country and they get Americanized, it's over, guys. All right, they get Americanized and they start talking feminine. I don't have to cook for you. Make it your own. Get it from KFC. All right, I'm going to get some pussy from somewhere else, too. That's what I'm fixing to do. And I'm fixing to, you fixing to go pay some rent somewhere else. All right, even if she makes her own money. All right, man, boy, you can't get it from anywhere. All right. Anyway, shout out to the Carry Beans. All right, what happens when you have an Americanized Ling-Ling? All right, an Americanized Ling-Ling right here coming up on Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, we have an Americanized Ling-Ling who went to a wedding and saw her white Brad, marry another woman. All right, this is also possibly a skit and staged, but it's neither here nor there. It's Straggle and Sniggle Theater. My friend's reaction to the wedding crash out. As you can see, Beta Brad, right there. You know, he had him a Ling-Ling, and then he dropped the Ling-Ling and married another Ling-Ling. All right, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but let's see how the Asian woman crashes out.
I'm just going to speak from my heart. I would do anything to be you, Carolyn. No, really, I would. Because, Dan, you never even gave us a chance. You never even gave us a chance. I'm the one who taught you to make crab cakes, and it wasn't for you. You still you made me crabby patties. No. Seriously. It's too late. What did you have that I don't? I made you too. I made you too. I can tie my hair black. I'm just going to speak from my heart.
I like to get dominated.
All right, and this is definitely an Americanized Ling-Ling. She has fully blonde hair, all right? I mean, boy. I mean, it doesn't get more an Americanized Ling-Ling than full blonde hair, all right? I mean, you couldn't even tell she was a Ling-Ling. So what's happening here, for people who don't know what's going on here, she attended the wedding, and apparently maybe she was cheating, or maybe he was a side chick. I have no idea what happened here. But, of course, she's crashing out because whoever the other guy didn't even give her a chance, and he probably kept her as a little plaything and dominated her.
I like to get dominated.
All right, she looks very short. She's probably about 4'10". All right, and he probably folded her up like a love letter from the second grade and buttered her tonsils and all of that. And then what happened was, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what really happened. All right, what happened was, in this situation, what happened was he was done, and then he married the next girl he got with. He married. All right, this happens all the time. I actually have a relative that this happened to, and they still haven't got over this. All right, this is lingering on for many, many years, because what tends to happen is a guy will get with a girl, all right, and then he's not marriage minded at all. In fact, he might be anti-marriage. I ain't never getting married. Fuck that. And then a woman will go, okay, all right, I'll ride this shit out. All right, whatever, you know, I'll be the woman that sticks with you for 3-5 years. And, you know, deal with it. I guess I'll just settle for never getting married. We'll just fornicate under the violating the laws of the Lord. And she'll be right. She'll be good with it. But what will happen is they'll break up, or he'll meet another girl or a woman in between that. And then he'll kind of ghost her and phase her out. And then she'll look up a year later and they'll be engaged. She'll look up a year later, and he'll be announcing his engagement to get married. Now, I've seen this happen, all right, and it is definitely heartbreaking for women. Women will get crushed by this type of thing. And so what'll happen is she'll actually try to figure it out, like, what happened? What did I do? Maybe it was me. And so this is what's happening in this particular video or skit. The Ling-Ling was a plaything for many years, all right? And he buttered her tonsils. He went up the Duke shoot. He nutted on her feet. He did all of that shit. You know what I mean? He pissed on her in the shower. He did all of that. And then what happened was he didn't marry her. He just kept her there. And then he married the next thing.
I like to get dominated.
All right. And then she tried to figure it out. And now she's like, but you never gave me a chance. And now, so we know that this might be staged. It may not be staged. But this is an accurate thing. This women do experience this. I don't know if they actually go to the wedding and do it, but yeah.
I would do anything to be you, Carolyn. No, really, I would.
All right, so I would do anything to be Carolyn, which is the next woman. And yeah, take a look at her. Yep,
I like to get dominated.
Yeah, and so, you know, she was a plaything, and he played her, and guess what? He used her years up. Now she's in her early 30s, maybe mid-30s, right? He used her up, and look at how the other dudes looking at him, man. Boy, these niggas look sweet in the back. Boy, they look like they lighten the loafers in the back. He's sitting all, ooh. All right, he's sitting all, what is this? What kind of posture is this, my nigga?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
All right, so he looking on the side like, oh, here she comes. And let me tell you, man, Linglings will crash the fuck out. All right, there's no bigger. Now, black women are the biggest crash out artists of all time. All right, because they get physical. They start damaging property and tearing shit up. The thing about Linglings is they'll crash out for a good minute, and then they'll either pass out, they'll stab you, they'll cut their own wrist. You never know what a Lingling is capable of. You know what I mean? They'll crash out. They might not shoot you or something like that. They might jump off a building, jump through a window. You never know what happens. They might not have damaged property, but they'll certainly harm themselves or possibly someone else in the Bronco. So you got to watch out for them at any moment. They're just little, so they don't know what to do. They really can't damage property like the BT 1200. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. And so, yeah, she didn't got her years used up, and now her body didn't used up. And, yeah, she'll do anything to be Carolyn. And Carolyn probably is a white woman. But anyway.
Because, Dan, you never even gave us a chance. You never even gave us a chance. I'm the one who taught you to make crab cakes, and it wasn't for you.
All right, so there he is. That's the white man right there. See, yeah, he got him a white woman. Yeah, he ended up getting him a white woman at the end of the day. All right, and that, hey, I'm going to tell you, that's even more painful for an interracial couple. Like, you're a black man, you got you a black woman, and then you marry a white woman, or vice versa, right? You got you a white woman, and then you end up marrying a black woman. Yeah, I mean, those dynamics do play in.
You still made me cry, Daddy. No. No, seriously. It's too late. What is happening?
All right, yep, that's Lingling behavior right there. All right, Linglings be crashing the fuck out. All right, hey, Lingling. All right, Krabby Patties. All right, the problem is they super small, so they can't really harm anything. They will just harm themselves and shit. You know what I mean? You never know. There's some Linglings known to carry firearms, so watch out for that. That's the Koreans. All right, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have work play. Remember, your girl's at work. She has a 50% chance, greater chance to cheat on you while she's at work. You know why? Because there's some dirty mackin' ass niggies at work. Are you a dirty mackin' ass niggy? All right, Niggy's like the dirty Mac. All right, we got dirty Mackin' ass Niggy on here on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have the guy at work trying to entertain the women on the job. All right, so here we go right here. We have a brother. Let's take a look at the dynamic. We have a white woman on Friday right here. Let's get it.
Where the white women at?
All right, we have a white woman in the back, and, you know, for all intents and purposes, she's pretty for a coworker, right? She's pretty for a coworker. She's extremely average, but because she has a job, you think she's fine. And then we also have a niggy in sweatpants and a dookie rag, all right? Now, this, I don't know what he does at this job, but he's probably lower on the rung, all right? And she's not that high on the rung. She's in a cubicle, all right? But that's neither here nor there. We have this niggy trying to impress this white woman at the job.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Eating chicken feet. Yes, eating chicken feet. Let's take you to the video on Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god.
I got work to do. I can't get distracted by all this.
I want to say, there's got to be bones in them things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, aren't you like chewing on
I can't eat. I don't even eat chicken wings off the bone.
Oh, he's gonna be spitting out the nails. I do that. I do love me some chicken wings, but
yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
See, you pro-blacks, you always worried about me, but this nigga is eating chicken feet in front of white people. I mean, in front of this whole white woman eating chicken feet and spitting out the bones. I tell you.
Where the white women at?
And he think he impressing this little tubby white woman back here. He think he impressing this tubby white woman because he, in his world, this the finest white woman he's ever seen. But he sees her every day. But bruh.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Bruh, like what are you doing? Are you really out here eating? Bruh, what are you doing? You niggas are unbelievable, man. I swear to God. You niggas are unbelievable.
You just spit it out like sunflower seeds.
Oh, Jesus. And she tied her hair back. You just split it out like sunflower seeds.
Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga
Yeah.
shit, nigga shit. Nigga shit, 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 nigga shit.
Always gotta show they teeth.
And you at the white man's job doing this. Yeah. And she's like, no, thank you, Tyrone. All right. But I'll still let you hit.
I love sunflower seeds. That is not that.
You wanna try one though?
No, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to try one. Tyrone's still gonna smash. I'm gonna just let y'all know. He's still gonna nut on her at some point. He gonna nut on her at some point. So whoever's wife this is, you can see he applying pressure. Whoever's wife this is, he's already eating chicken feet in front of your wife right now. All right, at work every day. And at some particular point, she's gonna buckle. All right, and then he gonna be cracking her in the bathroom or at happy hour. Right? It's only she can only say no so many times. She's eventually gonna just cave.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
All right, yep. She into him for a minute. All right, but she was like, bro, you didn't have to do all that. I was going to give you some pussy in the parking lot at some point. You know, you just had to apply some pressure. 8 months later, she getting fucked in the parking lot. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep, there she is right there. She's doing the white woman thing. Look at that. And there's a whole white man on the other side thinking like, holy shit, like, wow.
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
There's a white man in there going, this is crazy. All right, you niggas are crazy. Can you get back to work? No, this is a business. Shout out to all the guys right there. All right, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a woman that says, here we go. What did she say? 4 signs a woman is ugly. All right, 4 signs a woman is ugly. The content creator name is Leonarda is funny. All right, this is a female comedian, which is one of the biggest oxymorons I've ever heard of. But I found this particular piece of content interesting, so I decided to share. Leonarda is funny. He says 4 signs a woman is ugly. All right, so here we go.
Prepared a list to help unattractive women realize that they're unattractive. Because I realize that no one's going to tell you your face because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Number 1, you work in an office. No attractive woman works in an office for longer than it takes for the CEO to start banging her and setting her up in an apartment. You take the bus. You will never see an attractive woman at a bus stop. She'll either be picked up and trafficked, or she's got a man who loves her enough who'll drive her wherever she needs to go. You post a picture on Instagram, and there are tons of comments telling you how beautiful you are from other women. I got bad news for you, sweetie. Ugly women love to boost other ugly women. They think that if they can bring down the scale of attractiveness to the level that they're at, so everybody's on that level, then they cannot be revealed for being the hideous monsters that they actually are.
Oh my goodness. All right, she cooking. And matter of fact, we've been saying it. Hey. You know, I've said that for a long time. I said, when was the last time you saw an attractive woman on the bus stop? All right, you don't see this. You don't see attractive women on a bus stop. First of all, it's just way too dangerous. And any of you that think you saw an attractive woman on the bus stop, the fact that she's on the bus stop means you don't know what attractive women look like. You don't know. You probably seen Angel Reese on the bus stop. I seen a woman, fine-ass woman, like Angel Reese on the bus stop. Bruh. There's no attractive women on the bus stop. All right, that means your standards are fucking low. Now, there's some fuckable women on the bus stop, but there are no attractive women on the bus stop. It's far too dangerous, in the United States at least. In the United States. I have to preface, you might go to Europe and see this shit, but not. We're talking about in the United States. There's no attractive women on the bus stop. Now, let's go back to number 1. Go back. When I said women in your workplace, this is why we're going to talk about this later, the CEO guy. The woman at your workplace that you think are attractive are not that attractive. It's like Angel Reese. It's like Angel Reese. She's attractive for a WNBA player. It's like Danica Patrick. It's Danica Patrick. Shout out to Tosh 2.0. Danica Patrick was getting hyped for being, oh, she was so fine. She's fine for a race car driver. Now, put her in the middle of attractive women. Where does she stand? Completely average. So this is what we're talking about, women in the workplace. You guys will fumble your bag. You'll get fired from a job for the new girl in accounting or the new secretary or the new executive assistant, and you think she's attractive. She is so, oh. And I'm like, bruh, if you look at her, bruh, if you walked outside of your job, you will find a ton of more attractive women. Dozens and dozens. Okay, she's not that attractive. Okay, she's not, just get your bearings. She's not that attractive. She's attractive for your office. But this woman is even saying there's no attractive women that are going to be working a job long enough that is not going to exercise hypergamy and either get into an affair with somebody higher up or set themselves up with a sexual harassment lawsuit. They're not going to be at the job for 5 and 10 years. All right, so this woman is actually right on all three, especially the Instagram thing. And she even said women play a game where they say we're all 10s. So that then if they're all 10s, then everybody's beautiful and attractive. All right, so anyway, all right, we got that going on here. Let me see something here. Okay, let me see something here. Let's go with the last point. Let's get with the last point.
You're Asian.
Oh, no. Okay, ma'am, I have to get off the bus now. So she just said Asian women are ugly. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree, but you can't always be right. Okay, she can't hit a home run. And I'm going to tell you, for a female comedian, 3 out of 4 is not bad. All right, but now she's saying the Linglings are ugly. All right, damn, Linglings, y'all catching hell right here, despite the fact that they're the most popular women on dating apps in America. What?
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, she didn't like the Linglings, but Linglings could do this right here.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
That's the best thing about a Lingling. All right, so listen, we can't always be right. But I'll play the video in its entirety for you guys to see. Her name is Leonardo. Leonarda is funny. She actually was funny on this one. She actually did well.
I don't need to explain that. I've prepared a list to help unattractive women realize that they're unattractive. Because I realize that no one's going to tell you to your face because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Number 1, you work in an office. No attractive woman works in an office for longer than it takes for the CEO to start banging her and setting her up in an apartment.
Facts.
You take the bus. You will never see an attractive woman at a bus stop. She'll either be picked up and trafficked, or she's got a man who loves her enough who'll drive her wherever she needs to go. You post a picture on Instagram, and there are tons of comments telling you how beautiful you are from other women. I got bad news for you, sweetie. Ugly women love to boost other ugly women. They think that if they can bring down the scale of attractiveness to the level that they're at, so everybody's on that level, then they cannot be revealed for being the hideous monsters that they actually are.
And one thing, that's another deceptive trick about women that are on social media. Most of the comments are going to be by other women. You don't notice it because you do see a lot of simping online for women on social media. You see a lot of simps and hard eye. But if you look closely at women who comment on other women's pictures when it goes feral, it's other women. And they have a kind of a group, a silent partnership of where they're going to comment on each other's posts. When, you know, I'm a social media content creator, people make pacts with their groups of women. They'll have 10 or 20 groups of women that will comment on all of each other's posts. OnlyFans girls are another example of this. That's what they do. So other OnlyFans girls will go over there and boost other OnlyFans girls' posts. And they'll go on and be like, I shared this post, go comment. And then 20 women will go comment, oh, you're beautiful, you're hot, you're sexy, you're the finest bitch. All right, and then they'll be filling up the comment section. And then they'll do the heart eye emojis and all of that stuff. But when you look at who's commenting, it's going to be mostly women and perverts. All right, so she's saying that's what women do to each other. They have a pact for doing that. All right, and then she said Asian women, so we'll just leave it at that. And yes, Asian women maybe not so attractive all the time, but
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
That is a major plus. All right, that right there is a major plus. We have Straggle in Sniggle Theater. We have Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross is back, 62-year-old, out here thirst trapping. she has this to say. According to Hollywood Unlocked, all right, Hollywood Unlocked.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
All right, it says right here, Tracy Ellis Ross admits that she only packs 2 pair of panties while traveling and cleans them in the sink with soap. Quote, you can't pack a month's worth of underwear. They take up a lot of space. And see, this is why I've been telling you why it's important to let sleeping dogs lie. Right? This is why I tell you, let these old women cancel themselves out. Because y'all be out here simping for bitches that be wearing 2 pair of panties on a month trip. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've been trying to warn you niggies, but niggies don't want to listen to me. Y'all be out here just pandering to these niggas. Niggy. You just be out here and then you find out these bitches don't take showers, brush their teeth. They don't take baths. You know, I mean, they wear 2 undies for a month, wash it off. I mean, nobody wants to know that your pussy been resting in 2 pieces of drawers an entire trip. Let's read this one right here. Tracy Ellis Ross opens up about her minimalist travel habits while speaking at a 2020. They didn't invite me. Where's my 2025 Travel and Leisure Annual World's Best Summit in New York? It says she has a shocking confession. And it says right here, she revealed that she only packs 2 pair of drawers in her suitcase while preparing for a vacation. All right. Oh, my goodness. She says there's always one bathing suit. Okay, wow. That's crazy. A flip-flop and 1 little dress I can roll up, and there's always 2 pair of drawers. And you niggas would be eating her out.
Did you eat that cat?
It says right here, 2 undies, that's it. The 52-year-old actress explains how she will often use hotel sinks to wash her drawers with a bar of soap or shower gel. Then use another sink to rinse them off, and then finally use a towel rack to hang them dry. She added, if I'm going to make a month take a month on this trip, you can't pack a month's worth of drawers. How do you do that? That takes up a lot of space. Whew. Man, I mean, listen, I travel a lot. I do travel a lot, and I do understand. Yes, I don't think the drawers take up a lot, all right? But what you can do is, I know that hotel rooms have a cleaning service, all right? And they normally have it in the little cubby or the closet, and they have a little bag, and they have a little thing where you can say how many drawers you got, how many socks you got, how many pair of pants, and then you can leave it for the maid, or you can leave it for the cleaning service. You can take it downstairs. You can have them pick it up. Rosalinda will bring it back within 48 hours. So you can take a week's worth of drawers. That don't take that much space. Then you can have the cleaning service deliver it. You have to do it. Make sure you do it 2 days before you leave. All right. Don't do it the day before you leave, because they'll still be up in there. They won't have your drawers. Or you can buy new drawers when you get there. Right. Drawers don't take up that much space. Panties don't take up that much space. There's other things that take up space, especially if I'm traveling somewhere and the weather is cold. You're going to take jackets and scarves and hats and shit like this. All right. Right, this type of thing. Now the problem is, y'all ninjas would be doing this. Y'all would be eating this punani, all right? And she washing her little stank punani that been out there percolating. Wait, her shit be out.
Did you eat that cat?
It'd be like this. Just think of all of this all day, her walking around all day, just. You don't know what punanis be doing all day. You guys know what punanis do all day? They just do this. All day. It's a kind of like an open gash. You know what I mean? They kind of be leaking and fuming, and, you know, stuff be pop. Just, you know, you get a little, it spots, it bleeds, it be boiling, just all day. Muff huff. Shit be just muff huffing. And then she show up. All right. And then she put it in front of your face like this. Go ahead. Trying to sit on your face. And it just pick. And now she only done changed her drawers twice with a bar of soap. All right, man, please, man. What is going on with you niggas? You niggas are incredible people. All right, how many more people we got here? Yep, they be having discharge. bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, and she just out here just be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Let me just wash this off with a bar. So, you know, sometimes when she gets horny, there's snot and mucus all in the panties. Snot and mucus. And y'all be just lapping it up like a Jamaican. All right, you guys are incredible.
Did you eat that cat?
You guys are incredible. Bleeding. All right, for a month. Well, she's 52. Maybe she's not bleeding anymore. Anyway, I know you guys are eating. We have Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a man that says, if your girl sells punani, it's still okay. All right, we got Edgar here. Let's go ahead and take you to Edgar. Edgar is exactly what we talk about for Gen Z men. Gen Z men, you're going to have to be somewhat acceptable about your girlfriend selling box. I said that. Didn't I tell you that? At least internet box, feet pictures and shit like this. All right, you're going to have to accept that. And so this man, Edgar, says in this particular video, if he says, my homie Shorty sells box. All right, let's hear Edgar. His name is actually Apez.
If your shorty sell box, she's still good. If your shorty sell box and she's taking care of business, bringing home the bread, making sure her health is right, getting herself checked out, making sure everybody that hit her box is always still wrapped up all the way down to the jiffy, all the way. She's still good. She's still good. And if your girl sell box, keep everything 100. She keeps everything 100 with you. Lets you know if she does weird shit every now and then, you know, we got for guys that got kinks, but still does it on the safe side. On the safe side. She's still good. And even if she does all that and you eat the box, you still good. You still good. If she do all that, shorty sell box, but she takes care of herself, you are safe to eat the box. You safe to go. It's a safe zone. It's a safe zone. You safe to take your time with it too. And you gotta understand, you're getting something that the custies cannot get. You gotta make that company policy. Company policy. The box is only for insertion. That's it. That's it. But twirling and hitting the ABC on it is for you only. Once it's your turn, that's for you only. Nobody else could do the ABCs on shorty box except you. Except you. And you still good. Keep doing what you doing. You still good. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Always remember that. Stay sharp.
When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it. When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. When you see me on the corner, bitch, mind your business.
For the first time, we now have two people that have the stomach.
Do you have the stomach to watch a girl that you really love? To watch some motherfucker that got more money than you, that's more handsome than you, that's built more better than you? Fuck your bitch for a fee? Anybody can fuck my bitch if the price is right. She happy to go get it.
We now have two men that have the stomach. All right, we have two men that have the stomach here. We have our brother here that is I can't even remember his name. All right, this guy right here, his name is Apez Follow Koba. He has the stomach. He definitely has the stomach. All right, and he's like, hey, there's something that the clients, the custies, can't get. I told you we were gonna be here. I told you we were gonna be here. We were gonna get to the point where you're gonna have men say, I get that part for free. You still good. You still good. Shout out to this guy right here, man. He said, hey, your girl sells box. She's still, and you getting the money, you still good. Oh, we got Diddy too. We got Diddy. Shout out to him. That was a great video. That was a great video. I love that. All right, what's going on here? I'm getting all kind of notifications. The hoes done woke up. All right, the hoes done woke up. All right, it's 10 o'clock somewhere. You still good. You still good. Oh, damn, my chain fell off. All right, we got Diddy. What's the guy's name, the rapper? I just can't even remember his name. It's slipping my mind. All right, and we have Edgar that have the stomach. All right, so we got the last one here, Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a sister that goes to China, and she finds out you black men are sandbagging out here. Let's take you to the video. This woman says, there's a sister right there. She looks more African. She's not American. She doesn't look like an American black. And she says right here, culture shock. She took a trip to China, and she found out men in China give their entire salary to their wives. All right, let's take you to the video.
10万。都是给你老婆的。对。你上班，你每个月都要把你的工资交给你老婆。对呀，中国就是这样的，男人负责赚钱养家，女人负责冒。
All right, it says women are responsible for being beautiful. All right, and shout out to Sugar Free. Shout out to Sugar Free. For some reason, it was slipping my mind. All right, but women are responsible for being beautiful.
是吧？那他怎么花那个钱，你知道吗？
All right, so the woman can spend all the money. So the men in China, wherever this part of China it is, she's finding out that you black men ain't shit. All right, that the women get all the money and they get to spend it how they want.
Man, like, oh my god, 真的吗？中国都是这样的，都是这样的，所有男生都是这样的。
He said, the people in the back are saying, and she's speaking Chinese. They're saying that all of China's like this.
City boy, city boy.
All right, all of China's like this. All right, she says we're transferring our entire salary to our wives. So you're seeing her looking right there. He's showing you right there. Yes, look. And so he's showing. And of course, the comment section is litty. The comment section is litty. It says right here, meanwhile, the black women are saying, meanwhile, men in America are fighting over 50-50, drizzle, drizzle, and asking, what do you bring to the table? First of all, I do want to reiterate, those men said the women in China bring beauty. And they also...
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
They also have that, all right? But black women don't do that, so I don't even know why they're even saying that, all right? Why am I giving you the check and I'm hearing you talk all the time, all right? You need to practice some shut up in this, like Dr. BOA says. And it says, every day I learn that I'm nowhere near my husband. Okay, this one says, let's learn Mandarin. I said, you need to learn Mandarin. Wait till you find out how pregnancy is handled. The whole family takes care of the wife. Time to learn Mandarin. All right, these hoes is going. All right, going. They going to China. Go ahead and practice some of that communism over there. And this woman says, I'm on my way right now. Okay, I would like to learn Mandarin. You see what these women want right here. And mind you, on top of that, Chinese men also cook and do the majority of chores in the house. You see what these women want. It's not just money. They want a slave. They definitely want a slave here. She said all the boys are like that. Her response, all men. I felt that in my soul. Okay, right here, I guess I'm learning Chinese. These are most of y'all black queens, by the way. You notice she said all boys. Notice he corrected her and said, yes, all men. Clock it. Oh, that's the new thing, man. If you got a Gen Z girl around, they're going to hit you with this clock it. Clock it. All right. I'd be like, shut the fuck. That clock it bullshit. Anyway, that Straggle and Sniggle Theater, that was a good one. I thought that Straggle and Sniggle was good. Let's play that beautiful outro. If I can find it. I used to have a button, but now I can't find it. So you'll have to look at me trying to find the outro. It's okay. All right, maybe we won't run the outro because I can't even see it. All right, anyway.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater, I'm struggling on the struggle stream Friday, and it's almost the weekend. What do y'all got planned for the weekend right quick? I think I got finessed over here.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right, I think I got finessed. I got an event that I'm going to, and somebody was supposed to send me some tickets, and I ain't got the tickets. All right, I'm like, where's my tickets? We're working on it. I'm going to have to whoop some ass. I'm going to have to find somebody on the internet. All right, I'm going to have to get an internet hitman. All right, but they're going to get over to China, and though they're also going to be into communism. You guys notice that most people are trending to try to be communists now? All right, they're like, capitalism has failed. It's horrible. All right, it's like bad news out here. Y'all niggas really don't want to work. People don't really want to work. That's what it is. I don't know. Capitalism is evil. Shout out to our brother Brayon, Officer Brooks. Mr. Brooks, officer says, Coach, I have failed you. I've been dealing with a chick who has BPD, borderline personality disorder, and I've been hitting her bottom for a week. He says right here, or at least for a while, you said, but you're weak. Help, LOL. As we tell you, some of the best punani is attached to the craziest woman. All right. People have been knowing that for many, probably decades, and men have learned the hard way. Some of the best punani is attached to the craziest chicks. And it's just what it is. Know what you're dealing with. And when the nuclear fallout comes, you know what's going to happen.
Look what she did
You
to my
earned
car.
all of that.
Look at this kid to my car. I can't stand it, though. I can't stand this shit.
All right, crazy punani and crazy chicas go hand in hand. This is why you look and you be like, how do niggas put themselves in this situation? Because crazy, the best pussy, crazy punani. All of these, officer down, officer down. All right, officer down. Man, hey, listen, we all been there. We all done that. And we got the receipts for it. And just know it's coming. You just don't know what the storm is, but know it's coming. It's going to happen. And you're going to keep coming back to that punani too. You're going to be coming back to that punani. Now, you boring bitches that can't keep a man and can't keep a man from coming back because your pussy is whack. I mean, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Your pussy is whack. All right. Nobody want to deal with your bullshit. Like, your bullshit ain't even worth the pussy that you got. So niggas will hit 2 and 3 dozen times and be like, whatever. All right. But, you know, that Ling Ling that I showed you earlier, you know her pussy was good. I'm going to just tell you right now. All right. It probably was good and tight. Where's that Ling Ling at? Right here? All right. That one right there, she probably had that good. All right. But then enough for this nigga to be like,
What kind of fuck you give
I
me?
better invite her to the wedding, or she going to show up and she going to poison everybody. All right. But she still couldn't take herself. She couldn't help herself. It is what it is, but we have sexual discipline that's on the menu today. So, officer, I know, officer down, but sir, you know what's coming. You already know what you're signing up for. So, when it happens, it happens. Right? You're asked for this. You earned it, and when it comes up, and you just gonna have to weather the storm. You're gonna have to hold on like you in a hurricane and shit. You're going to have to hold on to your love. Shout out to our brother. It is Jacob Paul says, Lieutenant JP of the Nasty Boys platoon checking in. Shout out to our brother, Lieutenant. The Nasty Boys are in here. I seen you Nasty Boys out here.
That's nasty.
What is going on, man? Why she messaging me all every 2 minutes? Shout out to Sean John says, Coach, the CEO risked it all for Skeletor. All right, we're going to call her Skeletor. Let me see right here. All right.
Silence, you fool.
Yep. He risked it all. And you hit a crazy chick's bottom, she gone. All right, she's gone. You guys got to remember with crazy chicks. All right, crazy chicks, women with mental health issues. And I'm going to tell you, women with mental health issues, they're red flags. All right, but the problem is most women have mental health issues today. They're admitting it. They've been traumatized. They've been dealing with a lot of ain't shit niggas their whole life. And then sometimes they'll be a clinger to you, and they'll cling to you in a variety of ways. But once they do, what you have to understand is you've passed a whole bunch of red flags, and now you're here. They're clinging to you. They're attaching to you, and they're gonna do all the things that you've been wanting to do to a woman. They're gonna let you do it. Now, once you do this, you've ignited the crazy. All right, you have now ignited the attachment, the crazy. You have set fire to the fuse. That is the dynamite that's going to blow your life up. All right, and that's something. All right, it could be minimal damage. It could be maximum damage. But what'll happen is nobody's ever done what you've done to her, right? You know, she might even have a high body count, but nobody is really done. Like, nobody sexed her up like this. But you might sex her up and go down deep and dig her out and keep coming back. And then she gone. She's cuckoo already for Cocoa Puffs. But now you've gone further than that and made her mind crazy. You hit that bottom. You hit that bottom. Remember when I told you this and I said this, and there was a goofy ass content creator that made a video that, he tried to go in and be like, he don't know what he's talking about. What I'm going to tell you is this, and I've been saying this for a long time. When you have condom sex with a woman, it is not the same. It's almost simulated sex. Now, it is still sex, but I call it simulated sex. It is not the same. Now, it still counts as a body. Women don't count it as a body. Typically, they don't. And they don't thoroughly enjoy it the way that they should enjoy it, right? Because it's basically simulated sex. It's like artificial. But it still can be somewhat enjoyable, but it's not there. But once you go raw, this does the woman's going to respond differently. All right. Now, let's extend this. Let's say you go raw and you dig her out. This is going to make her react mentally and physically different than if you went with a condom and you just dug her out. She's kind of like distracted. You know what I mean? The place is smelling like rubber. You know what I mean? It's kind of not feeling too good. It's okay. Right? You can't really get in there. But now you went raw and then you dug her out. Right? This is psychologically is going to change the woman. Psychologically changing her. It's not the same. So when I said condom sex don't count, people didn't hear the entire breakdown of the story. It really counts, but it doesn't. It's not the same. It's nowhere near the same. It's just simulated sex. It's just simulating it. It's kind of like if you went swimming and you wrapped yourself in a plastic bag, right? Right? You wrapped yourself in a plastic bag and you jumped in the water and then you were just like, and you're like, I'm swimming. Or let's just say you went swimming and you had a paddle board and you swum back and forth with the paddle board. All right. Yeah. You didn't really go swimming. You jumped in the water. You kicked your legs. So then you even add this. Then when you orgasm, if you happen to drop off the kids right there in her vagina, this is going to be psychologically a different experience. Because she used to do pulling out. Ooh. Pull it out, putting it down her mouth, putting it on her face, putting it on her stomach. All right, that's one different experience. But then if you nut inside of her, these are all tremendously different experiences for the woman. Now, if you guys want to argue that, I know people think, Coach, what are you trying to tell us? I'm not telling you to do it. What I'm telling you is these are all psychologically different experiences. The women you think are whores, they're not getting all of that. They're not getting raw, dug out, and nutted in. And so now if you do this, you have now changed her psyche. You have now changed the psychological response to that woman in intimacy. All right. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to attach to you. But yeah, you've now changed her psychologically. And you're like, what? You probably will let all guys do this. No, she probably doesn't let all guys do that. She probably does let many guys do that, but not all. So anyway. So protect yourselves with this. Understand this. And then when women start acting funny, we do have to take responsibility, even myself. All right. And we do have to take responsibility. This is why we tell you after 6 weeks, you're treading on thin ice, right? You're losing leverage and power. After 6 weeks, this woman psychologically is going to look at your exchange of sex completely different. And at some point, she's going to look at it as a commitment. Even biblically, they call this would be a marriage in biblical times, if you will. If you're going long-term sex, raw, doing all these things, trading fluid and ass to mouth, right? This is going to be a different psychological experience. She now sees you as that's your girl, right? You're her guy. Even if she knows you have other broads, she still now has gone there. All right, so watch out for this. Watch out for this. And she might even start planning to do what? Having a baby. This is when they'll be like, I'm going to trap him. I'm going to stop taking birth control. I'm going to have a baby. This has psychologically changed her. Before the 6 week point, she wasn't even thinking about having your babies. She wasn't thinking about that. She was like, I have nothing to do. Who cares about this guy? This the other guy that nutted in me. And there's another guy. And there's another guy. And all three of you guys are nutting in her. She's like, whatever. All right, but then all of a sudden, she goes by at a certain time, and she starts looking and measuring these guys up. Okay, well, this guy's a little bit better than this guy and this guy. Okay, I'll have his baby. So 6 weeks. So you're going to end up, Officer Brooke, with boom. This is when she starts researching you online, pulling up, trying to find your social security number, trying to find out your middle name, asking you about your birthday and astrological charts. All right, she's going to start investigating you. She's going to start looking you up, pulling you up on the child predator, right? Let me see if he's on the child predator list. I'm giving you the recipe. Now, if you don't hope it's like this, you can hope all day long. And she'll stay with you for 5 years. This is what that Ling Ling did. She'll stay with you for years like this. And she'll put up with a lot of bullshit. Like, you could be an ain't shit nigga, and she'll put up with it. Like that, like she'll be the type of woman that will drive you around in her car. She'll pull up to the gas station and she'll get out and pump gas. Then she'll get in the car and be like, damn, I can't believe I'm with a dude that won't even get out and pump gas. She ain't never leaving. She ain't never leaving. The only way she's going to leave is possibly when a baby comes. And then she really going to see he ain't shit. And she just going to put him on child support. She's just going to put him on child support. But she'll stick around with all kind of bullshit. She'll know he got all kind of hoes. She'll drive this nigga around in the car like a baby boy. She'll pump her own gas. She'll buy meals for this nigga. She'll let him work at the gas station. She'll let him not have a job. Right? Anyway. But at some particular point, she's going to wake up. Shout out to Joshua Moon, says, wife at work being a 304, you still good. As long as she bring it home to check and you have the stomach. The real thing is, do you have the stomach out here, gentlemen? Do you have the stomach? I don't think y'all have the stomach. MC Hamster says, the traditional masculinity calls for sacrifice for the greater good. The reason Coach is the 11-time demonetized champion is because CGA carries the message better than anyone. Quote, as a man, what am I getting for the sacrifice? Free agent lifestyle is the new age masculine consciousness. It's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for where you are. Figure out where you are. Shout out to Chris Jericho. I got my bonus today, and I know it's because you helped me grind through my workday. Also, even though the lady is the head of HR and is supposed to know all of the rules and regulations, she's going to say she was under duress and sue the company for not protecting her. Facts. She's going to sue and win. She's going to win. Chris Jericho, that's a sponsorship. She's going to sue and win. Shout out to Nomu, says, first-time supporter, what's up? Wanted to show some love to the Notorious one. I got the Free Agent Lifestyle book. Now it's time to boss up. Hit the like button, brothers. We're giving you the recipe. Hit the like button for this stream. We're giving you the recipe for survival. Right? We don't give you this whole, we don't give you this whole what it should be and how you do. I tell you the real, bro. I tell you the real. Even though when I tell you condom sex doesn't count, y'all be like, huh, Coach, that's not true. It don't count in the grand scheme of things. Especially the women. Especially the women. They don't even look at it. It's not even the same. It's not even the same. She doesn't look like it. You could blow her back out with a condom and it won't be a blow up. It won't be a back blowout. She won't feel like you did anything. I know people be like, man, this is terrible. It don't. I'll be blowing the bitch back out, but you wore 2 condoms. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, bro. She is not going to tell anybody about it. Right? She won't be like, dude, he was wearing me out. She'll go home, ho-hum. Now, let you do it raw. She gonna have stories, legs trembling, shaking, squirting, all of that. Wanting to have your babies. She won't even want to leave the house. She won't even want to leave. I don't want to leave. You be like, yeah, but you got to go. I'm not leaving. You're like, yeah, but you have to go. Your Uber is here. I'm not leaving. All right, anyway. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Greg, the Bataram. Yeah, I understand the privacy reasons you probably can't sign the cover of the book. But if you sell an autograph one, I'll buy 2 copies. So let me know for sure. On a lighter note, I had a chop with pretty feet last night. And I tell you, Mei Lings from LA, they build different out here. Shout out to the Ling Lings, Mei Ling.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Mei Ling Ling. all right, made ling lings. They built differently. Yeah, and you're in the West Coast. The West Coast has a lot of Asians. All right, so you're going to experience a lot of Asians, hood Asians. I don't know about them hood Asians. All right, Thailand got a lot of hood Asians. All right, and niggas be going to Thailand for hood Asians. I was like, I could have took you to LA for that, bro. You went over there and got an Asian with braids. I could have been to LA. They got a whole bunch of them over there working in the sweatshop at the garment district downtown. I could have took you to Oakland. I could have took you over to in San Jose if you wanted some hood linglings. Right? All right, I got hood linglings for you, bro. All right, they out here scavenging. They out here hungry. All right, if you wanted some hood linglings, I could have just listen. We could go to LA. It's good. Right? And people be like, "What's a hood ling?" All right, I'll just break it down. I'll just break it down. First of all, they're going to be darker skin. Any darker skin ling is going to just down version on hood. So just go Vietnam, Thailand, Filipina, Cambodian. These are going to be, they're almost borderline going to be hood. Now, shout out to the Asians on the West Coast. Asians get a lot of, stereotypes, but even the males, like they'll be listening to hip hop, they'll DJ, like look, pull up any DJ on YouTube and they're Asian, they're going to be playing hip hop. Them niggas be dancing and break dancing and shit and pop locking. All right, they be wearing their hat on sideways, cock sideways and shit. They hood. They completely hood. They have an accent, slight accent with the hood slang. All right, you're good. Go to Long Beach. Go to Oxnard. Right? They're completely migrated into culture of hood. They're completely hood. So you got a lot of them niggies out there, bro. So you're good. You're good. You're going to be good. Now you want a clean and proper ling. You're going to probably have to go away from Filipinas and Cambodians and Vietnamese and Thailand, and you're going to have to go over to Korea, Japanese, that's Chinese a little bit. You're going to have to go over there. Yeah, but if you want to go and get you some Vietnamese scavengers, you could go to Garden Grove and clean the fuck up. They're everywhere, bro. And you don't have to go overseas for it, just to let you know. You do not have to. He said they're westernized. Yeah, they have leverage over here. They do have leverage. So I guess if you want to get one that only makes probably an average of $5,000 a year, you go over there. There's plenty of them. You'll never run out. And they all like money, just to let you guys know. They're all gold diggers, but I would just call it like copper diggers. Copper diggers or silver diggers. All right, they're not really gold diggers. They're not really gold diggers. They're like dig for silver and dig for copper and pennies and nickels and dimes. You know what I mean? Like you can really just be like, here's $50. And she'll ask you for 50 tomorrow. You want another 50? And then tomorrow, another 50. You're like, this girl's cheap. Cheap date. $20 here, $5 there, $3 here, $22 there. All of a sudden, you'll look up and you're down $5,000. You're like, what happened? But she done sucked you dry. Balls empty and belly full of rice. Just like that.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right, just like that. All right, look, she done filled you up. Let's see, other women be coming out asking for rent. I need my rent paid. Right? You like, rent? How much is your rent? I need $2,500 and I need $600. My car's going to get repoed. And you be like, nah. I see the finesse. You're asking me for money up front, and that's a no-no. You gold digger. All right, and they will never even give you no punani, an Americanized woman. You be like, they be asking for rent and card notes to be paid and barely give you 2 pieces of pussy. Meanwhile, a ling will just go ahead and empty your balls and empty your bank account at the same time, slowly. All right. It's kind of like, as they say, die slow. All right, when you just bleed out slowly and you just look into. That's what linglings will do to you. They'll just bleed you dry $20 at a time. All right. And meanwhile, they'll be licking you up and down the whole time. They'll lick your toes, all of that. They'll let you do whatever. Just take me, do whatever you want. And then wake up. Can I have $22? Easy. Here, bring me something back. She'll be like, okay, I'll do it. But you'll be broke the entire time. You're going to end up broke either way. But at least you got something out of it. All right, anyway. Yeah, she might even do your nails and all of that. She'll do your nails, she'll iron your drawers, and bleed you dry. So you'll look up and be like, fucking, where's my money? I don't even know where it went. $20 adds up every day or two. $20 adds up. She'd be like, let's go to the ramen spot. You eating ramen? Bitch, is a cheap date. Linglings will bleed you dry. Linglings will bleed you dry. They'll do it.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Even the linglings that sell punani, they'll be like $20, $30, $200. We'll give you the Noru massage. Whatever. Easy. You're like, this is good. Super cheap. You'll look up. You done had her at the spot 4 days in a row for a week. Now you down 2,000. All right, anyway, shout out to the coach gang. All women want resources, all of them. All right, it's just a matter of who you are. All right, anyway, let's get it back to this part of the show. We're just having fun. Everything I'm saying is jokes. Everything I'm saying is jokes. All right, we got Crime and Law CGA because we do have to get on with this show. Crime and Law. Where's my banner? I do have a sound effect for this. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Here we go. All right, here we go right here. Crime and Law CGA. We have a woman that impersonated an ICE agent. I see that's going around quite a bit here. This news reporter definitely has the news reporter look right here. We're going to go ahead and pop this up on your screen. It says right here, a woman accused of impersonating ICE agent kidnaps her ex-boyfriend's wife in Florida. Oh, here we go.
Panama City Beach is accused of posing as an ICE agent and briefly kidnapping her ex-boyfriend's wife. Police say 52-year-old LaTrance Battle went to the woman's workplace at a hotel chain on April 10th, wearing a black shirt with the word ICE printed on the front. The victim, who's in the process of becoming a legal U.S. resident, willingly went with her and called law enforcement when she suspected something was up. Battle was arrested and faces several charges, including kidnapping.
All right, women are nice people. Okay. Wow. So she posed as an ICE agent, showed up at the La Migra. Showed up at the spot and kidnapped the ex-boyfriend's girl. Damn, that's crazy. And look at her. All right, look at that nose. Toucan Sam. All right, that's crazy, man. That actually is an interesting plan there. She's skinny, too. She looks kind of young, all right, in the body. She looks probably, yeah, I don't know. I would say in the age range of 20, 22. Look at her body. Look at her arms. They're very skinny. They're not wrinkled up. I don't see much sun damage, weather beaten. She ain't that too weather beaten. I mean, who bought this? The ex-girlfriend, how did you even find that? I mean, sorry, how did you even fall for that? I guess she might not have known who the ex was. But, of course, she hit that bottom. Somebody hit that bottom. Somebody hit that bottom. All right, somebody hit her bottom, and now she's stuck. She looks Peruvian. She definitely looks like she's from Peru. All right, Peruvian. She's from the Inca or the Mayans. I'm not sure where that is. All right, so follow the nose. It always knows. Crime and Law CGA continues. We have Jennifer Lopez finally throwing in the towel. Say it ain't so, J-Lo. J-Lo says she might be done with marriage. I've tried that a few times. You think? All right. I'm glad J-Lo finally. Uh-oh.
Your own failure.
Uh-oh.
Where did that bring you? Back to me.
It brought you back to me. J-Lo finally throwing in the towel after what? 5 engagements, 5 marriages. Ben Affleck twice. We'll count Diddy as somewhat of a marriage. They were somewhat engaged. We have the dancer guy. There was another guy in between that. I can't even remember. She says, I'm finally done. Let's hear it right here. She might be done with marriage. LOL, it says right here, look, like another wedding might not be in the cards for J-Lo. The 55-year-old woman says right there on a European leg trip of her tour. It says right here, J-Lo married me. She quickly shook her head by replying, nah, I think I'm done with that. I've tried that a few times. How many times? 4 times to be exact. 4 marriages. And it took her 4 divorces to realize she sucks at it. A-Rod is the other one. Were they married? Mark Anthony was married to her. A-Rod, were they officially married? I didn't know if they were married or not. I didn't know if they were married. Okay, so we have the roster here. We have actor Ojani Noah in 97. They divorced a year later. She went on to marry director and dancer Chris Judd for 2 years. She followed that with a 10-year marriage to Mark Anthony. And then she has twins by them, and she has Ben Affleck, which they were previously engaged in 2002. They reunited and married in 2022. And, of course, they divorced earlier this year. And they had some funny videos. In between that, you had A-Rod, Puff Daddy, and so much in between that. And now she sits at 55, living the woman's dream out here. No man and cats and wine. Nothing left to show for it. Nothing left to show for it. And she has left a lot of men in her wake. A lot of dry, tortured souls. Niggas then turned to crime and transporting prostitutes to bang his Filipino girlfriend. I mean, this woman has caused a lot of men a lot of trauma and torture. Yeah, Wesley, black ass Wesley Snipes had hit it. A lot of men have been victimized by this one. A lot of men become victim. And by the way, apparently she doesn't even know Spanish. All right, so she can't even be that much of a crazy Latina.
Now I got to cut you.
She is Puerto Rican, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys know I have a slight weakness for pretty Puerto Rican chicks. All right. I have a weakness for pretty Puerto Rican chicks. Not old ones, though. I mean, listen, I still like my women young. You know what I mean? Like, I like them young. Young, pretty Puerto Ricans, I mean, nobody could top it. All right. There are some ugly Puerto Rican chicks, though. So, but nobody could quite top the pretty Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? So, you know, back in the day, like Lisa as Puerto Rican. Them Jenny from the blocks, them Bronx Puerto Ricans. They'll ruin your life. They'll ruin your life. All right, shout out to her right there. J-Lo throwing in the towel. What about the new union between what's his name? Klay Thompson and Megan. If you didn't hear, all right, what we doing here? All right, they don't want, what is going on here? Stop messing with my show. Stop messing with my show. New world order. All right, so we got, if you didn't hear about dating, you know, what is it? 3-time NBA champion, Klay Thompson. Okay. New world order. All right. I'm not sure what you would call them. How many Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. All right. Please don't stop my show. I'm doing well here. All right. I'm doing well. I'm doing the service. All right. But Klay Thompson, is this a mismatch made in hell? This is a horrible matchup. And for some reason, let me just tell you something real quick. How much time do I have? Do I have a little bit of time?
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
I got a little bit of time. Can I tell you something here? There is a piece, there is a black propaganda. 4-time NBA champion. There is a black propaganda thing going on. And I'm going to tell you what it is. Anybody want to hear it? I have a theory. It's on Crime and Law CGA. I have a theory. There is a piece of propaganda going on, and you see my YouTube numbers. They messing with my numbers. They messing with my numbers. But there is a propaganda going on, and I think it has something to do with black women and colorism. All right, and you guys know that's a big deal in the black community. And it is a classic case of what I call trying to balance the scales. So what they're doing is they're trying to put certain women, and particularly black women, as the face of beauty for black women. All right. And this is just propaganda, purely propaganda. And if you noticed it, they use 3 or 4 women for this. Number one, they use Megan Thee Stallion, who quite frankly is not attractive to me at all. But they keep pushing her up there. They keep pairing her up with certain people. All right, even though she supposedly put a whole niggy in jail for nothing, the previous guy that she was known to be with, one of the previous guys allegedly shot her in the foot, and he's in prison for life. And she's still out here. They still out here literally trying to have us respect this woman as a respectable woman. I mean, now they've done this with Marilyn Monroe and a lot of other women of other races, but they literally are propping her up, and it's crazy. To the point where they're like, Klay Thompson is a perfect pairing for Megan Thee Stallion. It's a piece of propaganda. They also do this with the gymnast woman, the little short gymnast woman. I can't remember her name. Simone Biles. They do that with her. They do that with Angel Reese. It is literally paid propaganda of propping up a certain woman, and she's always going to be kind of dark-skinned, somewhat middle. She's not going to be light-skinned. She's not going to be light-skinned and pretty, not conventionally pretty. And they keep propping them up in front of you, and then they keep having all of these comments say how beautiful they are. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then they pair her up with someone reputable. Like, this is all behind the scenes. All right? What you'll have to do is refresh the stream. Pretty easy. Refresh the stream. Refresh the stream. It's pretty simple if you're having audio issues. And what'll happen is there's a certain demographic of women that are the vocal minority. I call them the loud minority. They tend to spend all of their time on social media constantly commenting and saying, oh, she bad, she's the hottest. And really, she's not. So it's basically what OnlyFans girls do and other women do, is that when they have these packs, in the packs, P-A-C-T, where they say, if someone puts this up, we're going to invade the commentary space. We see this on like Baller Alert. We see this on Hollywood Unlocked. We see this on these type of things. There's some other websites and social media. Okay, so you see what I'm saying here. So Megan Thee Stallion is just a piece of propaganda. Angel Reese is propaganda. It's color, it's black women propaganda. And they keep pushing them up there, and they pair them up with certain people, and then they push them up there as a vision of beauty. It's nothing but propaganda. All right, and so other women have had that. J-Lo has been one of them. You know, white women have been that for our entirety here. Marilyn Monroe has been that. Like, a lot of women have been that. So now they're doing that for this. All right, and Klay Thompson, of all people, this is an awkward pairing. And so what they've been doing is saying, Klay Thompson, man, I didn't recognize your game. He got game. On Megan Thee Stallion? Like, how? Anybody has had Megan Thee Stallion. You don't think Klay Thompson could have easily got her? He could have got a ghetto version of her. He could have got a regular version of her. Like, he didn't have to pull her at all. He didn't have to do anything to pull. And so what is he doing? Lizzo was one, indeed. So these people, this is nothing but marketing and propaganda. They're putting these people together to kind of do rehab of imaging and images and stuff like this. And it's kind of just blatantly in your face. And then they have the commenters go in there and and then they will big up the relationship. They will validate it right here. So emotional was the best way. So happy for both of them. God bless you and Klay. Publicity stunt. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's a publicity stunt. And Hollywood, in the record industry and the entertainment industry, has been known to do this. It's just a publicity between these two people. They merging together as they're merging their images together to kind of clean up one image and push his image. She's probably like a beard to him, right? And then it'll just be whatever it is. All right, she finna do him dirty. I see the little boys off from school, all right? All right. Let's go on here. Okay, right here. Let's see how long this lasts. Klay money is kind. Yep. And so what you've seen them do is you've seen them do things like Klay tricks on her. I think initially what happened was Klay Thompson was tricking on her. Yeah, the NBA is a part of it. By the way, Taylor Swift so you don't think it's just black people. Taylor Swift and the football player is, what's his name? Travis Kelce. Same thing. Same thing. It's the same thing. All right. So I'm not just going in. I'm just showing you for the black people, they have a black version of this. Angel Reese is part of this. Marketing, publicity stunt, pushing up, image of beauty. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Publicity stunt, marketing. It's not real. Don't think it ain't real. Do some people find her attractive? Yes. Same as Megan Thee Stallion. There's a demographic that finds them attractive. The majority of the United States does not, clearly. All right. It's probably 70-80% of the United States does not find Megan Thee Stallion attractive, neither Angel Reese. So this is where we're at. All right, so what we're seeing here is this odd pairing, and then what is he doing? He's saying, she's opening up gifts, handbags, purses. He's going to buy her a car. He's going to completely trick on her. He's going to completely trick on her. And then she's going to say, I've never had a man like this. So this is where it gets a little bit weird. It says, I have never dated someone so kind. This is bad. It says, I just have never dated someone like him before, and I'm just grateful that he's here by my side and he feels the same way. So we have the nice guy. So how old is Megan Thee Stallion? She's basically a red pill. She basically everything the red pill talks about. A skeezer, 304, sent the nigga to jail, Pookie. Okay, got shot by a nigga, a whole nigga. Now she has a nice guy. And now, hey, nobody's ever treated me like this. You have to ask yourself, somebody look it up. How old is Megan Thee Stallion? This is exactly what we warned you about. Now she wants a nice guy. And her punani gonna dry up like the Sahara Desert. This is not gonna work out for Clay. She's 30? Damn, she looks older than that. She looks way older than 30. But damn, that's a hard 30. That is a hard 30. How old is Klay Thompson? He's got to be like 35. Maybe I'm wrong here. But Megan Thee Stallion is not attractive. So here we go right here.
Somebody so kind. Like, this is my first relationship where I've ever been with somebody who's genuinely a nice person, and he makes me genuinely happy. Like, I just never dated somebody like him before, and
Yep, she's never dated a man like him before. Man, that's crazy. After 30 years, never? That's crazy to me.
I'm just grateful that he here by my side and he feel the same way about me.
Well, we're loving seeing you guys together. Did you guys watch the Love Island finale together?
See, we're loving seeing you together. This is kind of just propaganda. It's a marketing publicity stunt. I mean, it is what it is, but most people are morons. They'll never see it. I just don't think they go well together. But what will happen is people will look at it and say, well, he's an introvert. She's an extrovert. She kind of represents the loud woman who's independent and don't really need him, but still can get a man above her level. Like this type of guy, but still get treated nice in the end after being a skeezer, dating pookies and getting ran through, like passed around like a wet blunt at a party. And then she could end up with a nice guy. This is all just positioning. This is all just marketing. It is not real, but I wish him the best. I wish him the best. But if you notice, they've been doing this with several personalities for many, many decades as far as I've been alive. This is nothing new, but they're doing it with certain groups of black women like Megan Thee Stallion, Angel Reese, these hard, obnoxious women who are somewhat rebellious, and then they can ruin their fucking lives and still end up with a nice guy.
Nope.
Yeah. Still end up with a clean, reputable guy at the end. All right. Sierra Russell Wilson. With same propaganda, same marketing arm, same thing. And if they happen to get married, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's Crime Law CGA. Shout out to all the niggies that think she's attractive. I don't mean to shit on you, but just be honest. She's ugly. I mean, by far, she's not even close to being attractive. But all of you niggas don't like face. I mean, let me just say this here. I mean, does she have a nice body? Not my style of body, but yeah. I'm gonna take that away. But bruh. Let's just be honest, bro. This is not, no. Nah, bro. Look at this. I mean, no. This is a no. Everything about this is severely unattractive. And she's wearing a wig, a lace front. No. This is going to be a no for me, dog. I just can't do wigs. I can't, man. All right. Anyway, niggas don't like face anyway. Like, this face is irrelevant. All right. Let me catch up with the super chats here. Where are we at here? Let me see what time we got. Because I'm pissing people off. I know I'm triggering you. But I just wanted to rate, Jonathan Majors, Megan Good is another kind. I would say, yeah, they are something like that. He's used her to rehab. I always said Megan Good was she's a rent-a-chick. She's a rent-a-chick. She's someone that you would rent to rehab your image. And she's been doing that all her life. Just look at her. Like Megan Good, what is she known for? Name 5 movies she's been in. Is she an actress or a singer? Okay. Name 5 movies Megan Good has starred in. Name 5 movies. Name 2 movies that you said, oh, Megan Good's in that movie. I'm going to go in my pocket and then go watch the movie. 0. You've never done it. She's never headlined or marqueed any movie. She's never won an award. She's never made any hard appearances that you thought were groundbreaking. 0. All right. Zip. So what is she known for? She's known for being a pretty woman, a co-star, a B, D, C-list actress that is very classically beautiful. And she has been rented by many a men, all right? She's a renter chick. And people will say this. This is what I'm going to say, and people will deny this. But there's a group, I want you to see if you knew this. There's a group that actually exposed this about the industry. You guys know the industry is like this. The industry says this. The industry have used women as basically beards. They've used them as sexual objects. Look at Diddy. They've used them to prop up other men's images, so forth and so on from the beginning of time. I have to say this. There was a group that exposed this, and they said they were used, they were sex trafficked as they rose up into their fame. Even during their fame, they were sex trafficked. They were literally rented out to men. They were rented out to men and they were a legit signed singing group that made videos. And part of their rise was they were rented out to men, leased out for pleasure, for dates. They were treated like escorts. Anybody know the name of the group? Anybody know the name of the group? See if you know the name of the group. You can put it in there and you can do your own research. They all admit that that was happening. With that being said, they ain't the only ones. They ain't the only ones. They're almost all treated like that. That's part of the game. That's part of the game. So you guys got to know that that's what's happening in your face. These aren't legitimate. It's not like it's not legitimate. Yeah, the Punani Cat dolls. The Punani Cat dolls. The Punani Cat dolls. I don't know if I can say it, but that's the group. That's the group. And they admit it. They were like, yep. And guess where they at now? Quiet as a church mouse, pissing on cotton. All right, they gone. All right, they gone and ran through. They all old, washed up. And you couldn't even name two people in that group. You couldn't even name two girls in that group. But they were basically, according to them, they were rent-a-chicks. They were sidekicks, escorts, rented out for sex by their own group manager and label, allegedly. These girls. And so they even put it in front of your face by naming them the Pussycat Dolls. All right. But you guys thought they were a legitimate singing group. Okay. Got it. All right. They were. All right. But anyway, shout out to the propaganda. The propaganda is always there. All right. And all of these female rappers, same thing. Singers, same thing. And if Diddy hasn't exposed that with Cassie, I don't know what to tell you. Even Cassie was that. So if you don't think this ain't going on, I don't know what to tell you, man. And when you see this propaganda where they try to push these people, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion, oh my God, that relationship will be over by tip-off next season. By the time the season starts, this thing will be over, and he will age about 3 years trying to pull this off. All right, he will age 3 years in this time. Matter of fact, there is a clip of them together at an award show. I can't remember what the award show was. But Klay Thompson looks like he's aging already. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Klay and Megan. Is it Megan or Meg? All right, so here's an example. Gosh, man, damn, it's playing right here, man. Look. It says right here, introverted man, extroverted woman. So they're pushing this. They don't have an introverted woman and an extroverted man. They're always pushing the man being somewhat introverted, tamped down, Russell Wilson, where the woman's personality is way bigger than his, as opposed to the opposite. Megan Good and that Jonathan Majors, right? These men are trying to kiss the nanny goat and keep their career alive. I don't know what they're doing. They're going through some sort of humiliation ritual. But let's take a look here without the volume. All right. And so she's singing this right here. So where the woman can be loud. Okay, loud woman can get successful men. You see what they're portraying here? Propaganda. Propaganda. See, loud women and introverted men go as a mix. See, he doesn't mind her being loud and obnoxious. And she all at this, you know, she's at this ball. I don't see anybody else yelling out. Look, nobody's else got these long, goofy-ass fingernails. Everybody's just listening and playing their role and doing their whole white bread boring shit. Klay Thompson knows, all right, this is what we do. And she all in these nice place hollering out shit. Drunk, belligerent, high. And look at him sitting there like, oh, shit, this bitch. All right. And look how he's smiling. And let me just tell you how white people and mulattoes smile. Let me just tell you the look on his face, because people are trying to read the look on his face. Oh, he really likes her. He's really enjoying himself. When white people or mulattoes look at you like this and smile with their lips pressed together, they are uncomfortable. All right, I'm going to just let you know. She's classless. She's a classless human being. When white people or mulattoes, mixed people, press their thin-ass lips together and look at you and smile, they are humiliated by you. But they're trying to save face. All right, we're talking about white folks and mulattoes. So they take them thin-ass lips and press them together like this. Let me go ahead and do it. They do that shit. They're embarrassed. They want to crawl out of their skin. They're trying to make you feel comfortable. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Uncomfortable. I'm just reading body language here. All right. For mulattoes and white people. All right. So he is triggered by this. His skin is crawling by this. He thinks what's wrong with this bitch? Like, who put me together with this skeezer? Like, this woman is classless. She's embarrassing. All right, but what happens is black women are like this, particularly 60% of black women are like this, and they want to be like this. White people are too uptight. They need some more energy in here. And so you bring a black woman to your corporate picnic, and then she acts like this, and you're like, damn, bitch, would you shut up? And all the white people are like, she's so fun, she's so wild, but she's literally a clown on the stage, right? She's just a clown to white people. Oh, she's so fun, she's so exciting. I wish I could be like this, all right? But they'll never be like this because they'll never embarrass their husband. Not Megan Thee Stallion, though. All right, see, black women can be like this. Oh, my goodness. You see why black people don't get invited to certain shit. You know, you can take the nigga out of the country, but can't take the country out of the nigga. Look at Clay like, this bitch. All right, let me go on and move on, because I've been triggering people. I will trigger you. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. I'm going to just tell you the truth. You got to let me tell the truth, even if you disagree. All right, because part of telling the truth is telling the truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going, I can't just be like, I'm going to tell the truth about some people, but not all people. I just got to tell the truth. All right, so if you don't agree, you don't agree. Don't get your panties in a bunch. And by the way, if you only have 2 pair of panties, ladies, you're nasty. You're nasty. Speaking of panties, I found some panties in the office at my house. I don't know. Ladies, anybody knows who this belonged to? No? I mean, must have been a wild night last weekend in the office. Some women like the office fantasy thing, and I do have an office at home. So somebody's walking around with only 1 pair of panties. Shout out to Sizzle, says, long time, coach. Yes, even at the Yob mob, the CEO is getting tired of working the Yob. They slaving a nigga. Shout out to you, CEO Niggero. All right, shout out to Sizzle. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, what are we doing here? Let's see here. Shout out to H Everyday, says, yes, women can bang 100 dudes and feel nothing, but if you hit that bottom, hit that cervix and keep going too, she separates you from the rest of the dudes. She's still going to boink other dudes, though. This is a fact. This is a fact. So just because you hit a woman's bottom doesn't mean she won't date other guys. What guys think is that a woman's going to be loyal because you hit that bottom. Not really, dude. Remember, women don't have sex for pleasure all the time. They have sex for connection and to offer things to other people and for loyalty and what did he call it? If it's consistent, like she had sex with him before, it's easy to get undressed in front of that person again if she's present with him, right? She uses it to advance in jobs, to get money, to have children, right? She does it to, you know, she does it for a variety, to get revenge. Like, men have sex for one damn reason, pleasure. Okay, women have sex for a variety of reasons. So, for instance, you can hit that bottom and she can still go the next day with another dude that won't even hit that bottom at all. And she'll let him have his way. This is why, you know, people biblically knew the disadvantages of a promiscuous woman was this, right? This is why they wanted to keep women to be virtuous and not as reckless with their sex. Because once she discovers this, once she discovers pleasure and once she discovers all sort of ways to connect with other men, it's going to be easy for her to not be able to maintain fidelity. It's going to be too easy for her, right? So this is why men didn't want promiscuous women in their societies, including biblical societies. Like, for instance, I'll just tell you here. If a woman is comfortable getting naked in front of men, right? Let's just say it's one guy. If she's comfortable after many, many times of getting naked, she's going to do it easily. All right. Even if she's in a committed relationship and she loves her guy, she's already been previously easily being naked in front of a guy. So if she does become, like, you're married to her and she sees this guy again, he comes back in town and she hangs out and they go grab a drink or lunch. Well, they've had intimacy easily without even that. No lunch, no dinner. Dude, they've walked in the door and just took off the clothes. So that person is dangerous fidelity-wise. She's used to this. Now, let's say she's comfortable doing this with many men. The likelihood of her being loyal to you sexually is low because she can get comfortably unnaked in front of many men. Let's just say she's done it in front of a room full of guys or on the internet. She doesn't see it as a big leap to do this. She's done this in front of a group or a room full of men, a train, an orgy, a sex party. She's easily just taken off her clothes, stripper, OnlyFans girl. So it's not going to be a barrier, a leap for her to jump over to do this. And you have her as a loyal girlfriend. She can easily do that. All right, that's easy. She's accustomed to it. So that makes that a danger to you, and particularly because that poses a danger for you. All right, for the guy. For the guy, she's normally easy to do it. Now, a woman that has not done this easily, you will realize it's going to be harder for her to drop draws. It's going to be harder for her to get naked in front of a room full of men, or at least seek that attention. She's going to put kind of thoughts. She's going to have what they call, her inhibitions will be raised higher. They won't be lowered. She's like, I'm not used to this. I'm uncomfortable with this. I'm not normally, she can't do it. That way, then she can protect her fidelity a little bit more. All right. Won't pose as much of a danger. All right. But anyway, shout out to Eagle Eye says, for speaking the truth. We're here to speak the truth. By the way, I don't believe in monogamy that much anyway. I don't think people can really accomplish it. We're going to talk about this story as the main event. You're going to be mad at me, but I'm telling you, monogamy is damn near impossible in our world today. And most of us don't practice it at all. We've never really practiced monogamy. So I don't know why you think that in your world you can practice it after never practicing it, right? Right? You're like, we can practice it. I can do it, but you've never really been monogamous. So what makes you think you can do it? Like, you've lasted. You're like 26, 30, 32. You've never been monogamous in your life. But for some reason, you believe that you can do it. Now, you might believe you can do it, but the likelihood of you never doing it in the first 32 years of your life and now doing this for the next 40 years of your life is slim to none, and Slim just died. There's no way you're going to pull this off. There's no way. There's no fucking way you're going to pull this off. At some point, you're going to have a letdown. You're going to backslide. You're going to slip. You're going to slip on this dick. You're going to hook up. Girls trip. There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe in people. Listen, I know human beings. I don't trust human beings. I don't believe in them. All right. The last people I believe in is human beings. You people are pieces of shit. And I include myself into this. I ain't shit. Human beings are fallible. They commit sins. They lie, they cheat, they steal, and that's all of you. Don't ever think I'm not talking about you. That's every single person in this room. There's probably 4,000 people in here, but there's 1,800 people in here. They're lying. But you guys are liars. You're manipulative. You guys are, stop. You guys are pieces of shit human beings. You guys are infallible creatures. You lie, you steal, you cheat, you kill. The reality is here's what happens. Yep, you're fickle. You're just human beings. And I put myself in the same category. You're just human beings. We have bad days. We have good days. We do things out of pleasure, but we bring pain to other people. We try hard, but most of the time we can't succeed. And if you look at your life, the majority of your life is fucking mistakes and laziness. Right? Most people are mistakes, laziness, and damn near stupid. All right. So that's most human beings. Y'all ain't shit just to begin with. Like, look at your fucking job. Like, let me just look at your life. Let me just evaluate your life. Just take this for a second. I'll skip a segment. Look at your motherfucking life. You're 30 and you work at Home Depot. I know you fucked up somewhere. Do I believe you're going to be faithful to women? The answer is no. If you're a woman and you're carrying your fucking lunch pail into your job to clock in at a fucking restaurant to serve fucking food, you fucked up somewhere. Somewhere in your life, you've demonstrated no capacity to be disciplined, no work ethic. You're lazy. Just let me just say this, because I don't want to job shame. Everybody right now, look at your stomach. Okay, let me just say this. Look at your fucking stomach right now. Your stomach tells me who you are. Your stomach tells me everything I know. Everything I need to know about you is right there on your midsection. Now, look at your midsection. Is it puffy, fat, oblong shape? Is it Dunlapped over your panty line? Look at your fucking stomach. Look at your midsection. That tells me everything I need to know about you as a person. Now, you are the last person to ever convince me that you can be disciplined with your pussy or vagina or your dick. There's no possible way. Look at your stomach. You can't even be disciplined with your nutrition. You can't even wake up in the morning and get your fat ass out there to walk some goddamn steps. You can't even get to the gym consistently, but you're going to fucking keep fidelity. There's no way. There's no way. Look at your stomach. You have no discipline on your own life, and that's your goddamn vessel. That's your body vessel that you demonstrate what you look like and what you can do discipline-wise in your life. And your fucking body looks like that, but you're going to tell me you can be disciplined with your sexual organs? There's no fucking way. Shut the fuck up. You can't even be disciplined with your own body. You can't even stop putting Hostess Twinkie cakes in your fucking face. You'll tell me you ain't gonna give up your pussy on a drunk night? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Nigga, you can't even wake up at an honest hour and get your fat ass out there and walk around the corner. Fat pieces of shit telling me I'm gonna do this and loyalty and discipline. You can't even be disciplined with your own fucking face. Pieces of shit human beings. Fuck you. You lying ass cocksuckers. That's the reality of it. That's the reality. You're pieces of shit human beings. But then you get on your moral high horse with your fat rear end and tell me that I'm tripping? You can't even keep a nutrition day good. Can't stop eating candy and Skittles all day. You can't even stop putting beers in your goddamn stomach, but you want to tell me you can keep fidelity for a period of 10, 20, and 30 years? No fucking way. Your stomach tells me everything I need to know about you as a person. And it don't stop at your fucking moral high horse, you fat piece of shit. Can't stop going through the goddamn drive-thru at McDonald's. And don't tell me nothing about my Starbucks, but you can't stop going through the drive-thru all day, every week, 10 times a week, but you can keep your pussy in order? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Ain't enough Bibles in the world to stop you from that shit. And you can't stop your motherfucking pie-eating face from stuffing it full of junk food every day. But you supposed to convince me that you can maintain fidelity. Fuck for 30 years. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You gluttonous, lazy, pathetic, no discipline having ass individual. You ain't got no discipline in your whole life, but somehow with your sexual organs, you can be disciplined. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. I know people, and I know y'all ain't shit. And by the way, I ain't shit neither. So don't take it personal. You guys are all really, most people ain't shit. Just say it. And then you want to get on your more, you know what people really mad at? What people really feel bad about? Let me tell you what most people feel about. You know what most people feel bad about? Is when they get caught. Most people only feel guilty when they get caught. And that's not most, we're talking about all. So reality is, most people only feel bad when they get caught. And half of these people don't even feel bad when they get caught. They just shift the blame to someone else. They just blame the other person. And this is just human nature. It has nothing to do with man or woman. This is human nature. This is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It should be what we can expect. No, I don't think you're better than another person and you have more morality and this. No. Most people do shit and they get away with it and they don't feel bad. It is only when they're caught that they feel bad. And half of those people find a way to deflect and redirect that shit to someone else and give themselves an out and an excuse. So that's the reality. That's the story. That's what you should expect. You should not trust a person as far as you can fucking throw them. People are going to do shit against you until they get caught. And even then, if they get caught, they'll just blame you. You see what I mean? Man or woman, this is what the expectation should be of human beings. I don't expect anybody to be good to me. Nobody. And this isn't because I've been hurt or traumatized. This is because human nature tells us this. You guys ain't shit. People ain't shit. People try to be shit to people and they do dirty shit and they'll do it until they get caught. And half of the people then will blame somebody else when they get caught. You guys have all went past the speed limit. You guys have all changed lanes without putting on your blinker. You guys have all stole some shit from your work or a store at some particular point. All of us have done it. Many of us have gotten away with committing full crimes and gotten away with it. You don't feel guilty until your bitch ass get arrested. Then you get arrested. Now you start going back and going, oh shit. And now they start saying you got to pay the piper and these are the consequences. Now all of a sudden you got a story. But as long as you got away with it, you got away with it. You don't feel guilty about it. You basically be like, yeah, I got away with the shit. You don't feel it was a bad thing. You don't feel like you committed a crime, but you committed a fucking felony. And guess what? You got away with it. So you don't feel bad. You actually feel proud of yourself. This is the state and nature of human beings. And you're going to tell me you can maintain fidelity with a person. You can actually not cheat on a person, but you can commit crimes, felonies, misdemeanors against things and not get caught and not feel guilty. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Yep. It'll be the ends justifying the means. I needed the money. I got away with it. I did it. I didn't get punished. Oh, well. Meanwhile, you motherfucking traffic drugs and you probably made people, you didn't exploit it, many people. You've caused people to fall back and lose their families. You caused them to lose money by pushing drugs in your community. You might have caused the death of someone and you got away with it. As long as it didn't affect personal you don't give a fuck. This is the nature of human beings. Then they get in a relationship and then I'm supposed to trust this person. Well, why would I cheat? Bitch, Niggas, y'all been cheating your whole fucking life. Look at your stomach. You've been cheating yourself your whole life. Look at your work ethic. You're 35, Jiffy Lube. You fucked up somewhere. You've been cheating your whole life. Look at your ass. It's 8 o'clock and you ain't even brushed your teeth and washed your face. You ain't even taken a walk. You ain't even gone outside yet. Look at you. You've cheated your whole life. You shortcutted yourself your whole life. And you're telling me now, for some reason, I'm supposed to believe you can fucking be faithful to someone? You can't even be faithful to your motherfucking self. So that's the reality of it. Don't fool me with your fucking words. You a piece of shit human being, and that's the bottom line. And I'm the one to motherfucking cast the first stone because I'm a sinner. You can't even be loyal to yourself. You can't even be loyal to yourself. You can't even follow your own rules of the society that dictates what's good and bad to your motherfucking self. How you gonna do this to a whole nother person? I'm talking about for a long period of time, not for 2 weeks, not for a month, not for 3 weeks, not for 3 years. I'm talking about what? Forever. I'm talking about forever. You ain't been faithful to a person your entire fucking life. Now you're just gonna start today? I'm gonna start today. No, you're not. It ain't gonna work. Don't fool yourself and don't fool this other person. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to other people. It is what it is. But you ain't gonna lie to me. You ain't gonna motherfucking lie to me. You can lie to yourself, but do not come over here and lie to me. You haven't been monogamous to anybody in your motherfucking entire life. You're gonna start today, though. Okay. 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 Stop. Stop. Who have you been faithful to? What rules and guidelines have you followed to the T? You couldn't even follow Sunday school. You can't even not chew bubblegum in class, but you still did that. Can't even follow the speed limit, but you're the moral high horse. Bitch, you're 280 pounds and 5'3". You can't even follow a good nutrition plan. But I'm supposed to think. I'm supposed to think. I'm supposed to believe in you. Yep. Shout out to Caitlin says, what's up, coach? He says, what you just described about sex is why having it outside of marriage is dangerous. Only married couples who actually sleep together consistently could understand what you're saying. Even the feeling of nutting in a woman is different than buttering her face. It is. It is, right? If you leave it in, it's a whole different experience. You'd be about to halfway die. About to halfway die. But you're right, Caitlin. It's a different experience altogether. My man said, I feel like I'm not talking to any. Why would you think I'm talking to a man? You think I'm talking to a guy? All right. Aaron Jones, he says, thanks, coach. That's a co-sponsorship. All right, shout out to our brother. Chris Mack says Prime Gloria Velez was top tier Puerto Rican. Shout out to Gloria Velez putting oil on her legs. Shout out that angry little dude. Sensei, your knowledge is unmatched. Keep grinding. Free agent lifestyle for life. All right, free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to our brother CB Lamb says Megan and Clay fuels 304 culture with hope for marriage. Exactly. So Sierra was one. Now it's Meg the Stallion's turn. All right. She's going to get him a goofball, kind of a weak. I'm not calling Klay Thompson weak, but, he's another Russell Wilson character who's not going to challenge her or change her. And so they're promoting this. This is just emasculated culture they're promoting. Shout out to Neo Mass says the CEO, which an amateur, should have taken that HR 49er to the Momo. Caught in 4K on the Jumbotron. L for him. L for him. Matthew Sutton says, Coach, thank you. So far this year, I've lost 30 pounds planning my first vacation in 5 years. And I just purchased the Free Agent Lifestyle paperback book. I appreciate you and your support for men. No Mitch assness over here. We bossing up. Congratulations, man, and thank you for the support. Congratulations for losing that weight. Shout out to Hustle Every Day. Hey, he says, hey, mom, one job, you lazy lima bean. Also, blonde hair is a sign that I'm not getting attention from the right men, a.k.a. the white men. In fact, anybody that has blonde hair and you are not of the Caucasus Mountain Brigade or an albino and you're a woman, you're a skeezer. All right. Number one, you're a skeezer. Historically, skeezer. Number two, you're looking for attention. Number three, if you were a man with blonde hair, Cisco, you a Duke shooter. And they're talking about unnatural blonde hair. But that's just call it what it is. You're in your skeezer mode. If you dye your hair blonde, if you lighten your hair, if you're a black woman with blonde hair, if you're an Asian woman with blonde hair, you're looking for attention, skeezoid. In fact, historically, the Romans, in order to demonstrate or segregate the working girls, the women who were just going to be used for sex, and the women who were not working girls, they made them dye their hair blonde. All right. This is historical in the Roman culture, right? This was in the great Roman Empire. What they would do is to separate the women, because in this area, there were women who were naturally dark hair. They would actually have the women dye their hair blonde. Now, the psychological effects of this was those women tended to get more attention from men when they were outside. And because of this, women that did not dye their hair blonde decided to dye their hair blonde to get more attention from these men, because obviously these men would be looking at these women in this blonde hair. And then the other women were like, hey, perhaps if I dye my hair blonde, then I possibly might get attention too. Now, just so you know, in that culture, in that time period as well, women who had blonde hair were highly, highly treated as sexual objects. All right. Women of the Caucasoid, this wasn't a good period for white people at the time. I know you think white people have always all been so all powerful, but it is not true. In this time period, white people and white women were almost always kidnapped and used as sexual objects at will and discarded. Right. Not very good treatment for this general population of people during this time, specifically the women, specifically blonde white women. They were typically kidnapped and used as trash in cum dumpsters and just highly discarded. So blonde women were used. That's how they were viewed. If you were a blonde woman and somewhat pale, you were just used and discarded. And that basically, there's a historical perspective there. This is why you have the idea that blondes are more fun or easy or any of that. During this time period. This is before colonialism, if you will. Just look it up. Just look it up. So there's a historical connection. All right. There's an historical connection to this blonde hair thing. This blonde hair thing has been a part of our human culture for at least 1,000 years, where blonde women have been viewed as this. This is why we still have this idea that blondes are easy and bimbos and dim-witted and dumb, right? And ditzy, clumsy, fun, for used for sex. All right. This is not new. This is stuff that people have had and passed down for at least 800 to 1,000 years. All right. So with that being said, yes, if a woman is now attempting to dye her hair blonde, she's doing that they were exotic. They were minimal. They were rare at this particular point. But any woman doing this, particularly black women, it's a farce. All right. But then Asian women doing it is ridiculous. And Latino women doing it is damn near bizarre. So what they're doing is they're trying to attention seek. They're seeking attention. All right. Bottom line, they're seeking attention, and they probably have some deep-rooted identity issues. All right. Their identity crisis is going crazy. All right. Anyway, drunk history with CGA. Yeah, blonde Asian woman is crazy. All right, blonde Asian woman is just like, wow. I mean, off the charts, bizarre. Off the charts, bizarre. Blonde black woman, bizarre. Right? It's Trey bizarre. Like, this is an example. She doesn't even look right. Like, why? What are we doing? Like, what is this? All right, but all of this is a deep-rooted need to be to get attention easy. It's just a snatch attention easy for men. All right, but actually, I have a video of a passport bro doing this, and he was in Thailand. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know I don't have time today, but he was in Thailand, and he went to a bar. He went to like one of these Thailand bars, and two of the women he was talking to at the bar were Asian women with blonde hair. I kid you motherfucking not. I mean, I was like, and I'm not trying to diss the guy. The guy's name is Flight. All right, let me see if I can line it up. Somebody sent me the video, and I was like, damn. I was like, he actually in a bar, and two of the women he talked to, Asian, had blonde hair. In Thailand, right? So I'm like, you could have went to Europe for that. But anyway, this is the video right here. And let me see. See, there's one right there. You see that? She's a bar girl. She's an Asian woman with blonde hair. So I'm not making it up. All right. I noticed it. Right there. Asian woman with blonde hair. You can see the roots. And then the second Asian woman he's talking to has blonde hair. So you think I'm making this shit up? You think I'm making this up? So there's an example. Like, wow. Like it just lives. It lives on and on. It's right in your face. There's another one right here. This is the same woman, blonde hair. Asian woman, blonde hair. I think that's 3 women, but that might be actually 2. Yeah, that's 2 women. 2 women, and he happened to pick the 2 Asians with blonde hair. All right, but anyway, no disrespect to him, but there's an example of what I'm talking about. It happens. Teaching these classes is very tough. Because I have to, make enemies out of people and I have to hurt people's feelings and even hurt my own feelings. But I do have some people over here that I need to acknowledge, but I don't want to get too far behind the show. So I need to expeditiously go through this show and get to this part. So we'll get to this. It's an evil world we live in. Okay. And then we got the main event coming up here. I got to end this show by 12. I have my blonde massage therapist coming over. Is the evil world we live in is the segment. Let's go. Let's see here.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, here we go right here. We have this evil world we live in. We're going to go to this one, Sabrina Carpenter. Speaking of blondes, Sabrina Carpenter. I actually covered this story not too long ago. This was a woman. I think she's kind of engaging in this kind of Madonna 304 culture, telling women that their power is in sex. And also, you'll see her be somewhat truthful about her sexuality and so forth and so on. You guys don't realize a lot of young women follow this woman. All right, Sabrina Carpenter. She had an album cover where the album cover was called Man's Best Friend. All right, you guys see the album cover here. All right, this was the album cover, and the feminists went crazy. All right, they went crazy on this one because it's her kneeling down on her knees. All right, and a man pulling her blonde tresses. Okay, there's her blonde hair, and it's a young blonde white woman being kind of used like I just described. They've always kind of been viewed as this. All right, and you see her now doing the whole Get 'em Daddy season out here. And if you listen to her music, I don't listen to it very much, but it sounds like she's promoting like, sexuality, promiscuity, even monetized dating, this type of thing. All right, and she's definitely risque. Well, this album cover drew major criticism as to what it was promoting. So unfortunately, she buckled, she caved, and what she did was she made an alternative album cover approved by God. All right, which the album cover is now this. All right, so it's more of a James Bond blonde bombshell cover. So she went from the Man's Best Friend cover where she was down on her knees getting dominated, if you will. Yes.
I like to get dominated.
All right, and so she then had to cave and buckle and do the second cover. So this is a kind of a review of what happened there. You see the first cover, and she unveils the second alternative cover, James Bondish, Marilyn Monroe, blonde bombshell. They're more dressed and more respectable, where the man is not the dominant. He's still kind of the dominant in this picture here. He's still kind of dom. But in this picture, for certain, the feminists could not have this, all right, in today's culture. Even though they do this, though. Even though they do this, right, they do this inherently, especially feminists. They're very much submissive to the right guy, all right, the guy that they're willing to submit to, right? So they'll get there. We'll see this with the HR woman in the CEO story. She was submitting to the guy, all right, even though he was married. But they couldn't have this as a visual representation of horror culture and monetized dating and sugar daddy culture. They couldn't take it. So they had to unveil the alternative where the guy you can't really see him and she's not on her knees. Interesting. Yeah, interesting story there. Shout out to Sabrina Carpenter. It's not like she's not in a bind. It's not like I listen to her music.
How dare you?
All right, but her music is indicative of where we're going. It's nothing new, if you will. We've had those already. We have a woman that says her manosphere content influenced her ex-boyfriend. All right, this woman says if it were not for manosphere culture and content, she would have been able to save her relationship. All right, let's take a look at the video here, or the pic. Yeah, it's a video. This woman blames manosphere red pill content for ruining her relationship. Okay, well, let's take you to the scene real quick. There's the pic. Again, as I say, you can lie to me. I'm sorry, but you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to me, but you can't lie to myself. I mean, well, sorry, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself, and you can't lie to me. Something tells me something else ruined your boyfriend. Something else influenced your boyfriend. All right, come on, man.
Oh, the humanity.
It wasn't manosphere content, or maybe it was CGA woke your boyfriend up about him walking around in broad daylight with this. Dita. Okay, let's listen to her story again. People like to lie to themselves. She's got 6 minutes. I don't think I'm going to give her that much time. Here we go.
Ever had a relationship fail because of the type of content that your boyfriend was watching? I just saw this girl, and I'm going to tag her below, and she was talking about how she lost her boyfriend to red pill content. Well, I basically lost my boyfriend to manosphere content. And that was the beginning of the end. I didn't know it though. One day, I came home. I was in my vanity room. Okay, I have a room just for myself with my clothes and my makeup. In that room...
Let me stop this woman right here. This is another way we lie to ourselves. This is why I say people ain't shit. So what'll typically happen is you'll have a woman like this. She's built like this. She let her body go like this. I guarantee you, if you go back 5 years, she was down. She was less 75 pounds. She might have even looked decent than 5 years ago. All right, but what she does to lie to you is she primps her hairs up. She gets her fingernails done with them big fat sausage fingers, right? She puts her makeup on. She's got a vanity room, and she lies to herself. She paints everything up but her stomach, all right? She does everything she can, you know, all this contouring and foundation, and hey, it is what it is, but she's lying to herself. She doesn't feel good about herself, and she needs a whole entire vanity room and a whole bunch of clothes that she can't fit to be in there and make her feel better about the fact that she's undisciplined. Now, she also lost her boyfriend due manosphere content. It wasn't the 85 to 100 pounds that she gained in 2 years. All right, but again, people are going to lie to themselves and tell them that they're all perfect, but at the same time, you can see that she wears her lack of ability to maintain a relationship right there on her goddamn face and stomach. It's right there in front of us, but she wants to lie. Let's continue here, though.
I have a TV. One day, my ex, he comes in my room where I'm decompressing, mind you. And he goes on my TV and he says, baby, I want you to watch this creator with me. Okay. And I said, oh, okay. Because at this point, me and him has been together for about a good 3 years. So I feel like when he was suggesting content to me, it's because he thought that I also might enjoy it. So
it was me.
I said, oh, okay. What type of content does he make? And he says, well, he comes on his platform and he invites women on there and he basically argues with them.
It wasn't
me. And I
me.
shit y'all not. The first question that came out of my mouth after he said that was, is he gay? Because in my mind, I don't know an actual real man who goes out about his way to argue with a woman just to tell.
This is false. This is false, man. Gay dudes do not argue with women. They be sitting up there, ooh, girl, and ooh, bitch. All right, gay dudes don't argue with women. All right, let's continue.
Tell her about herself. Because in my reality, okay, that don't happen, right? I didn't grow up with men who were around me that did that type of shit. And the ones that did do that type of shit, they were gay.
False. This is false. I mean, yeah, dude, that's false. Gay dudes do not argue with women. They argue with men. Gay dudes like hanging out with women. All right, last thing they gonna do is argue. All right, they gonna talk about, bitch, where you get that makeup, bitch, where you get that purse, bitch, where you get them heels, bitch. Stop. All right, so gay dudes don't argue with women. All right, at all. Like, why?
So that's why
gay dudes need women.
Ask that question. He starts to laugh and he's like, nah, he's not gay. It's just that he likes to debate. He likes to go back and forth with the women and tell them how they're wrong. And I was like, okay, just go ahead and put it on. This motherfucker gonna put on Kevin Samuels.
It was Kevin Samuels.
Mind you, I did not know who the hell he was at that point. And most people didn't know who he was at that point because he didn't blow up yet. He puts him on. And mind you, I'm just listening because I'm not watching. I'm taking off my makeup and shit. I'm hearing the content. I'm just like, I look at my ex at one point. I'm just like, can you take him off my TV, please? So my ex just starts to laugh and he's like, oh, well, you don't like him? I'm like, hell no, I don't like him. And then I start to like question him, like, why the fuck would I like him? So fast forward, me and my ex get into an argument.
All right, let me tell you why she don't like him. Because age, dress size, and what did he use? Age and dress size. They don't like it. Okay, whatever you about to say to me, let's start with your age and your dress size. All right, and he, you know, he didn't ask for their body weight. He was just say, what's your dress size, ma'am? So when you get up there and you say 38 and dress size 24, he now can qualify you. Kevin Samuels can now say, okay, now, whatever you're about to say, I'm going to reference your age and your dress size as possibly the problem you're having. And it was true. You're having a problem because you're 38, dress size 26. All right. Or if you lie, all right, I'm 38, dress size 8. All right. He could literally call it out and say, see, you lying to yourself. You are not an 8. Your dress size is definitely a 16. So that's why he did that. And it was a genius move. And that's what she didn't like. Because now you don't get to lie to us. You're 38, dress size 38. You don't get to lie. You don't get to say you high value or deserve a high value man or woman or whatnot. So that's what she didn't like. Age, height, weight, dress size. Yeah, that's what she didn't like. And now you can change that. But now, all right, you don't want to change anything about your behavior, anything about your expectations or standards. You don't want to change anything. You don't want to even change your body weight or your dress size. You just want to get up here and lie to us. So Kevin Samuels wasn't playing that shit. Nah, perhaps fix that before you hit 40. And that's why he became who he became, all right? Because he was able to qualify you with those questions right there.
So we get into this fight, and basically he asked me why I wouldn't do something, like, or why I wasn't like taking him serious or paying attention to him about some shit he was trying to say. I can't really remember, but I told him I cannot take you seriously because you don't pay any of my fucking bills. That's why.
There it is right there. Now, who's going to pay this woman's bills? Let's just be honest. I mean, I don't even need to go further into this video, but stop. What man is going to, I mean, you might find one guy really, but you're going to go through 100 dicks. All right. Once you get rid of this guy. And by the way, you probably broke up with your boyfriend and you still haven't found a person to pay your bills. Still haven't had a person to pay your bills. All right. So what are you even talking about? I'll give her a couple more minutes here.
I'm not taking shit that you're saying seriously. This motherfucker gonna say, this is why women end up alone. I say, what women do you know that are ending up alone? He was like, that's the shit that I see when I'm watching those videos. Because he started to watch just not only Kevin, but he was watching, you know, other influencers who had the same type of content. So CGA. I told him, this is where I had to break it down for him a little bit. I had to hurt his feelings. I didn't really want to do it, but I'm just like, you getting out of fucking hand. Like, you really getting out of line.
See, this is the type of woman, like, who you don't deserve a relationship talking like this. Like, what guy wants to be in a relationship with this? Ma'am, just come out here and toss that cookie up here. Put that gun up here and let these dudes bang that big old body, and that it. All right, that's it. No, she doesn't deserve a relationship right here.
I was like, I don't know why someone like you is watching content from people like them.
Like them.
You, first of all, don't have the same money as them. You don't have the same lifestyle as them. You don't have the resources they have, and you don't have the platform they have. So why the fuck is someone like you being influenced by someone like that?
All right, so she basically saying he has to take her. He ain't got no other choice to deal with her ornery bull ass. All right, you see what's going on here. All right, you see why they don't like what we're telling you. All right, well, they're richer than you. All right, and more better than you. and CGA got more money than you, right? That's what she's saying. But you can't follow his advice. Don't follow him. You got to deal with me. You got to take me as I am. You can't do no better than me. You work at Jiffy Lube, all right? What else are you going to do? Instead of you becoming better. See, the thing is, my question is this. In 10 years, what is she going to look like? But in 10 years, you could go from Jiffy Lube to CEO. You could go to Jiffy Lube to assistant manager, and you're going to have way more value. Her clock's already ran out. But where is she going? Nowhere. Depreciating asset. Depreciating asset. She might get a better job, but that still ain't going to unbig that back. All right, so that still ain't going to lose no weight. She's going to have to get that lap band. She's going to have to be honest with herself and get that lap band. All right, but lap band ain't going to help either. You're just going to gain weight on top of the lap band as soon as they loosen it up. All right, because you have poor habits. You're wearing your habits right there on your chin. All right, you can't fool nobody. Can't fool nobody. I've been in the fit, and by the way, I'm not demonizing overweight people. I'm talking as a professional. All right, I've been a professional coach and a fitness trainer and a strength and conditioning coach for damn near all my life before I did this shit. What I'm telling you is your lack of discipline is the reason why you lost your boyfriend. The fact that you packed on all them pounds over the period of the 3 years that you were with him caused you to lose that. The fact that you can't lose weight and a bad attitude made you lose that, and that attracted him to Kevin Samuels. That attracted him to other content creators that you won't name, namely the notorious one, CGA. That's what attracted him to you. Not because he gay, undercover, or the content creators are. It's because you won't be honest with yourself and look in the mirror. You won't be honest with yourself and look at your attitude. And then you're actually trying to tell this guy that, yeah, you ain't nothing because, yeah, you know, you're with me. All right, that says more about you. That says more about you. I mean, you can't expect to pack on all these pounds and the guy just be cool with it. Yes, he's still going to hit. Yes. And this is what she says. What woman is single? None. Ladies, you never going to be single as long as you got a punani. This is why when people say, look, when I tell people who a woman's attractive and not, you be like, but you'll still hit. Guys, the measure of a woman is not whether we will put our dick in her. That is not the measure of her. That is not tell us how attractive she is. That doesn't give us relationship qualities. That doesn't tell me anything. Most guys will hit anything, including me. All right. I'm not immune to this. I'm a male. I'm a man. Now, most of the time, I don't have much time to hit just on anything. So it has to be a lot easier, you know, for me to get to it if it's just anything. All right. But most of our lives as men, if nobody's looking, we'll bend it over. All right. We don't have much discipline in this department. All right. At some particular point, you do outgrow that a bit. And you do realize and figure out how much you have to lose. But just because a man will have sex with a woman does not indicate if she's attractive or not, or have a bad attitude or a good attitude. Most guys, you guys will take lotion in your palm and finish yourself off. Let a woman be there, an overweight woman, an oblong woman, a midget, a woman with one arm. All right, you guys will bang that out. A woman with one leg, you'll lift that nub up and you'll go in there as long as nobody's looking, okay? So that doesn't tell me if the woman's attractive at all. Most of y'all don't even hit women. Most of y'all hitting a hole in the wall, a glory hole. Most of y'all hitting the ridiculous things. All right, so that doesn't tell me anything just because a man will have sex with a woman. And so she can't even figure that out. She thinks she has value because a man will have sex with her and she can have a roster full of men that come over in the middle of the night and fornicate with her. That doesn't tell me anything about you. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything about you as a woman. All right, that makes you an average woman. That makes you just a woman, a breathing woman. That makes you a woman. You have a vagina. Congratulations. Men will smash married women, old women, grannies. I mean, the men, dude, and these are attractive men, men in shape, men that got money. We're gonna get with that with the CEO. Men that got money, men that are billionaires. Throw they dick on the line for a vagina. All right. It doesn't matter, bro. That's what you got betwixt your legs. And that's where you will never be single. You might be alone or lonely, or you might be single in status. But as long as you have that vagina, you are a good warm hole for a man to rest in. That's it. That's it. That's it. That doesn't make you any special at all. And there's 4 billion of you on the planet. Well, let's minus the children here, obviously. Even the grannies, 83, warm hole. Not very unique at all. It doesn't make you unique. You're very regular. Okay. Who wants to talk about the ghetto, the hood? All right. Well, how long is this video here? Because you guys think here. Let's talk about how to create a ghetto. I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. All right. Let's see if we can get this video played here. All right. Creating a ghetto. It's an evil world we live in. Fatherless slums in Chicago. You think Chicago turned into Chicago overnight? No, it was the Bamas. Let's play this video. 1966.
823 South Ellis on the south side of Chicago was built in 1901. Since 1945, only Negroes have lived here. One of the first Negro tenants to move in was Mrs. Georgia Johnson, apartment 1 North.
When I came here 10 years ago, it had a beautiful green lawn, and I couldn't believe it. Beautiful glass doors and everything. Then I come inside, open the door. It was nice. The wall was all nice. Mailboxes was all on. It's all out in the vestibule, all on the stairway. The wall was all nicely painted. It just really was a beautiful place.
According to the tenants, the building was kept in good condition until 1962 when it changed ownership. The apartments off this stairway contain 5 or 6 rooms and rent for $105 or $110 a month. 5 of the 9 families living here in the summer of 1966 are headed by women.
All right, let me stop this right here. And sorry for the feedback for you young people. This is how old film strips and audios work. Had a lot of audio feedback. They've cleaned this up. But look, 1966, they're in the slums. 10 years before these niggas moved in, everything was all grass was green. Niggas moved in, shit went haywire. Now, they're going to say the ownership changed and the you-know-who-ish ownership changed, but also people didn't want to be around this because why? 5 of the 9 families are headed by women. Now, this is not new. This single mother thing is not new. You plantation Negroes and you rural Bamas been doing this since the beginning of your time here in America. Recklessly having sex and creating kids, all right? And Margaret Sanger is rolling over in her fucking grave right now. This is why you do have working women, career women, independent women. It's all a facade. It's all designed for women to not procreate. All right, you have all early termination of pregnancy, which is Negro extermination. You also have single motherhood, promotion of single motherhood. Have 1 baby or 2, and then leave the nigga. All right, but if you look at this, the promotion of single mother queens, this is all propaganda to convince Negroes from procreation. Now, let me just say this: this is not starting today. This shit been going on for a long time. All right, but watch this. This is 1966, even right after the Civil Rights Acts have been signed in. But this is already established as single motherhood and men being absent. Now, this man was here long enough to create all these kids. I want you to look at this. I want you to look at the amount of children in these single mother-headed households. Because you're going to say the nigga was no good. But how did she have all these kids? So listen closely. Listen closely.
In apartment 4 South, Mrs. Lindora Moore and her 8 children. Below the Moores, the Barbers, 12 people living in 6 rooms.
All right, so we got single mother. We got 9 kids by 1 woman. We got 12 people in 1 room down here. Cigarette smoke. I see 1 Niggy in there. All right, let's continue. 12 downstairs. But 12 people living in 6 rooms. I got that wrong. Not in 1 room. 12 people living in 6 rooms.
In apartment 2 South, Bercy Phillips and her 6 children.
6 kids. Now, in today's culture, the black family is less likely to have 6 kids. All right, that's because of the promotion of the independent woman, and we don't need no man, and you know, a woman can work, and her career-oriented women. Now, women are not having this many children. It's not the economics. It's just the promotion of, you know, women are distracted. They have their own lives now. They have their own goals and all that stuff. All right, they don't have time for 6 kids. You're going to hear this later by this other woman right here. Let's continue.
In the apartment below, Gladys Milner. She has 5 children.
All right, we got 5 kids by Gladys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a teenage girl, and she's also raising the kids early on as well. This is very common in these cultures, especially the Midwest, Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Indianapolis, Cleveland, where the Bamas came in and basically brought plantation into the Midwestern cities and sent white people into the rural areas. All right, let's continue.
Next door to the Milners, Mrs. Georgia Johnson and her 5 children.
All right, Georgia Johnson and 5 kids.
Only 2 families are headed by fathers.
Yep.
The Wilbins, Floyd Wilbin, works in a steel mill. Bill Staples, a Korean War veteran.
All right, he's shell-shocked. All right, and you also have birth control, introduction to birth control. That's the other thing that has prohibited this group of people to continue to procreate at these rates. All right, so you have shell-shocked. My man is gone, bro. Shout out to PTSD Bill. All right, he then went.
Gotta get my bag and run.
Evil world we live in.
All right, sorry, wrong sound effect. He's gone. All right, I don't think he can offer much. Korean War veteran, he's gonna have some issues. He definitely got a short trigger. He definitely probably slaps his wife up. All right, I don't think he's all there. All right, he's seen some shit. He done seen people die in his arms, get legs blown off and shit like this. He's gone. All right, I don't think he could contribute much. And back then, they did not treat veterans very well. So I don't think he got much to offer right now, but sperm and yeah, he gone. All right, but the other guy, we only have one guy that is in the real male-headed household out of 5 or 6 families. And that's why the neighborhood looks like that. Let's continue.
Works in an electronics factory. He and his wife, Gloria, have 9 children.
Wow.
The days begin
9 children.
In the alley in back of the tenement. It's 5:30 a.m.
All right, sorry for the audio here. All right, the dog needs some food. All right, so the dog needs some food. Uh-oh. Listen to this. Listen.
You can see it in the, on my back porch. You can. Nice. It's real pretty, you know, when it comes up. Real yellow, real light yellow.
Everybody had the willpower to get up and go and do something, but it seems like nobody wants to do it anymore. So you can't do no lay around the house and daydream.
All right, so this is again, how do you create a ghetto? All right, you give people no hope or a sense of no hope, no direction. You kind of misguide and undecide them. So you got niggas sleeping during the middle of the day. Now, I talked about discipline earlier today. You do have to be self-disciplined. And of course, I don't care if you have hope or not. You do have to kind of be able to be a self-starter and self-motivate yourself, self-motivation. All right. But of course, it doesn't matter if you're black or white or Puerto Rican or Asian. If you're sleeping all day, you ain't got no fucking purpose. All right. So they don't have no purpose. And listen to what the commenter says about when these people wake up.
In the tenement, at least one person has been up before dawn.
I get up at 4:30 in the morning, about 15 to 5. I'm on my knees praying. And 5 o'clock, I'm sitting back in my kitchen, reading, fretting out thyself because of evildoers. It's 37 songs. Fret not thyself because of evildoers. I read that every morning. Then I'm going on with my housework. When I'm working, I'm thinking about God. If I had known God like I know now, my marriage never would have broke up.
All right, let's start right here, just really quickly here. The only person to get up before dawn, self-discipline, motivation, is Gloria. The woman, I believe she was a single mother. I believe so. But she said, my marriage would have worked if I knew God. All right. Of course, this is the old, hey, I made mistakes. I wasn't able to do things. I would live wrong. And then I found the Lord, repackaged punani, as we say here. And now she figured it out. Hey, my marriage would have worked if I was disciplined and I was following the Lord. I didn't. I backslid. And boom, here I am. But all the other rest of these niggas be sleep. Now, if you go to a suburban neighborhood, same thing. It's still, most of these things are still same today. Right? You go to a suburban neighborhood, people up be playing golf, hitting golf balls at the driving range, walking, running, jogging, all before 7 a.m. Now go to a middle-class neighborhood or an inner city. Ain't nobody getting up 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30. All right, it's quiet as a motherfucker. All right, so you see the thing here. It's nothing changed. All right, this is all an indicator of how things go. Now, if you look at it clockwise, on the clock, this is 60 years ago. Right about 60 years. 60 years. So it wasn't overnight. You have 60 years of this behavior, at least 60 years. Now, these people probably have 50 years of that behavior prior to that. All right. And that's why you are where you are. Okay. That's why you are where you are. Not a self-starter, sleeping all goddamn day. All right. Shooting up shit, staying up all late at night. No discipline, no hope, no self-motivation, no self-startedness. All right. No discipline, so forth and so on. No hope. And as long as the government, the military, somebody feeding you, y'all niggas gonna sleep all day. All right. Niggas go sleep all day and fuck and procreate and stay up all night. Let's continue.
Apartment 3 South. Mrs. Thelma Barber, a widow, does the washing for 12 people in her family.
Damn. 12 people she does the washer. And now, ladies, look at the washer, bruh.
Well, I never was a little girl. I never were. I always was grown up. I started cooking when I was 7 years old.
All right. Women don't cook now until they like 25. All right. But look at this washer. All right. You got to run this shit through the ringer. And these women don't even want to push a button on the machine today. This woman up at the crack of dawn out here pushing shit through the ringer. Let's continue.
And I was doing house and taking care of smaller kids under me. I just got married early and regretted it afterwards. But
all right, so this is where you get the modern woman. Again, you think the modern woman was created yesterday. What's wrong with these modern women? Listen to her. She said, I got married early and I regretted it. Listen, that's what she said. I know I couldn't hear it and I paused it. I got married early and I regretted it. Yep, she doing the Tracy Ellis Ross, washing her panties in the sink. And not only that, she says, I got married early and I regretted it. This is the grandmothers that told your mother, that told these modern women today to not get married, to stay single, to come out here and hoard their lives out into their 20s and 30s, and then try to get married up in their 40s. Right? This is what she's saying. I got married early. I regretted it. Why? Because she up cooking and cleaning. All right. Ladies, don't do that. Go get your own money. Go get your own job. Go get your own life. You don't need these motherfucking men. I regret getting married early and having all these babies. Let's continue.
What could you do about it? I was a mother at 14. So this is just all I know.
Apartment 4 North. A child, 11 years old, is left in charge of 8 other children. The father is at work, the mother is away.
Again, this, people would like to attribute things, institutional racism, and you guys need a history lesson. A lot of families were raised like this. Kids left at home, one older kid watching 8 other kids. All right, y'all really didn't have a chance. You didn't have a chance at the beginning. And so now what do you got? Public school raising you, the government raising you, and more propaganda and indoctrination. You guys have been completely a lost people. You lost a war and you ain't winning it back. All right, you guys have many, many years to unravel and unwind, and it ain't going to start today. All right, you guys got a lot of trauma and tragedy in your lives. Many people have been raised like this. All right, 100%. All right.
Get in on some real good eating fun, too. Like a McDonald's, fewer beef ham.
And there goes your nutrition. Pop-Tarts, cereal. Look at this mattress. No fucking linen on it. You guys still live like this today. Talking about you getting free pussy on a mattress like this. Let's continue.
Burger on a toasted bun. And enjoy a big bag of crisp golden brown McDonald's french fries. Everything tastes so good because it's
Man, look, this kid, let me take this off my screen. Does this kid not have any clothes?
And wherever you live.
And of course, eating McDonald's and shit.
There's a McDonald's carry out near you.
Get off the kids.
I sweep the floors. I take care of the baby. I wash the dishes. I clean the table. I watch the children.
And she'll be pregnant by 14 too, for sure. And she's probably 11.
I do some cooking and I do some shopping. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person doing anything.
Look at the dog. Oh my God. All right, let me stop this, man. Hey, look, this hasn't happened overnight. This hasn't happened overnight. This has been a steady progression of a series of events that have been influenced by you. You guys have caused this problem on your own. All right, this is a whole damn clusterfuck. But a lot of people grew up like this, especially people who are in the Gen X and the boomers. The Gen X and the boomers grew up like this. Now, you grew up a little bit different and it seemed a little better, but it wasn't much better than this. It wasn't much better than this at all. Look how she treated the dog. This is crazy. All right, but you guys have no chance if an 11-year-old's raising you and your mom and dad's away. Mom don't even have a job. Maybe she does. Maybe she's going to see Mr. Lester. All right. where she working at the diner and sucking him off. Maybe she's selling a little bit of punani. All right, who knows, man? But it's an evil damn world we live in. Let me skip to this one right here, this video right here. Main event coming up. I got 2 more videos to share, and I got to get off this damn thing at 12. So I'm going to have to speed through this, do the speed round. Speed round. We have child support. Child support is the broke chick hustle. We have a woman that says, I found contempt charges every time my child support payment is missed. Should I file a contempt every time he doesn't pay child support? Mine is $16K behind. If you don't know, broke chick hustle is to keep children away from you and file for child support. That basically is going to make is going to break the legacy of your family. A couple $100 a month and access to social services and also control over the guy because she's no longer in a relationship with him. She can fuck with him. All right. So she keeps custody away. She files for social services and then she bullies him with the same system. Let's continue. These are your future wives.
You should absolutely be filing contempt every single time your ex is missing a payment. I filed my first contempt charge when my ex was 28 days late on his payment, and that was only 2 months after he was even put on a formal child support order. Do not let these people get $16,000 behind. When someone in the comments is like, oh, mine owes $50,000, like, why are you letting them do this? Like, foot on neck, get on them. You file a contempt charge, then you'll go to court. They'll have to be found in contempt, like, you didn't pay it. Are you working? You know,
humiliation ritual. How about you give custody of your kids? But that's neither here nor there.
Regardless, like, you need to pay your child support. So then they'll like make a deal, like, okay, well, I'll pay an extra something to make up for it. And then when they don't do that, you file a motion for further contempt, including incarceration for non-payment of child support.
Look at that right there. Throw rocks, hide hands. You're seeing what she's demonstrating here by body language. Throw rocks, hide hands. I didn't do it. You know, I just, you know, did you see her hiding her hands? Oh, you just go to jail. You know, this isn't about the kids. This is an embarrassment. This is a use and manipulation of a system. This further causes the fracture of the family in bad communities. She's a trailer park trash queen and a mud shark probably. All right. But you have her. You just happens to go to jail. She likes this. She likes the fact that she can control him. It has nothing to do with the children. If it had anything to do with the children, you would have 50-50 custody and no child support. If it had to do with the children, you probably would give up the child to be with the father as opposed to extracting his resources. But you wouldn't do that because it's not about the children. It's about you exhibiting and exercising control and manipulating him. This is terrible. But these are your wives. These are the women that you think and you're going to roll the dice on. This is how you think. They're nice until you nut in them and have babies. And then all of a sudden, half of them play this game. Oh, I can use the system. I'll go up there. 28 days late, contempt charge. All right, then extort more money from him. And then all of a sudden, I go up there again, and then he goes in jail, incarceration. Put a record on him. Most men are in the legal system for this shit. This shouldn't even be a thing. All right, but of course, it's a thing because now, yeah, who's your daddy? Hey, this shouldn't even be a thing.
I'm just saying. That's not legal advice.
You see that? This is all manipulation in our eyes. This has nothing to do with the children. This is a power trip.
I'm just saying. Then they'll give you they'll give them a purge date. Like, oh, okay, if you owe $16,000, you need to come up with $2,000 within the next 90 days. They got 90 days, and when they don't do that, file a motion for contempt. Motion for contempt. Did not.
Yeah, playing the system, lazy broad. I tell you, most people are lazy, and they will convince me that they can be faithful in a relationship. This is not monogamy. This is literally the fracture of a family and the use of kids as pawns, you know, to try to control a man. Has nothing to do with kids. Nothing to do with kids.
Not abide by the purge date. I'm asking for incarceration for non-payment of child support.
I'm asking for, yep. See, I'm asking for, look at that. Look at that. I'm asking for incarceration. Anything but give this nigga the kids. Anything. Anything but make him be a father. Anything but you go get a job. The broke bitch hustle. Anything. We'll do everything. We'll run up to the court. Dude, they love going up to court. They love filing paperwork. They know what paperwork to file. They waiting for you to be late so they can do this. Nigga, you late 28 days? I'm going up to the court. Look at her. Look at her. Take a good look. These are the people saying they're monogamous. They can be in a faithful relationship. This is how she's destroying her kid's father. Oh, well, just incarceration. I'm asking for it. And she goes up there and cries and manipulates the judge. And you poor man, you deadbeat bastard. This poor angel, princess warrior. And the reason why she mad is because she ain't gonna find another guy. Not to save her. The likelihood she does is slim to none, and Slim just died. I'm asking for incarceration for non-payment of child support.
Your Honor.
How about you ask for some parenting time with the kids? How about you demand parenting time for the father? I demand he see these fucking kids. In fact, we dropping them off every Monday through Friday. How about you demand that? They ain't never gonna demand that. They'll do everything but demand that. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna want to do it. How about you demand it? You demanded his ass go to jail. You demanded his ass pay child support. How about you demand his ass take the kids? They won't do it. Let's go to this video right here. We have John Deloney of a woman says, I want my ex to drain his 401k to pay child support. In a rare situation, John Deloney is stunned at this woman. Fair use, and I'm going to get a copyright for this, but here we go.
Brought to you by YRefi. Refinance your defaulted private student loans today at yrefi.com/Ramsey.
Come on, Dave.
So my ex-husband has not been able to hold down a job due to his health, and he has not paid alimony or child support in 5 months. His only assets are his 401k and a little bit of the equity in the house that I got in the divorce. That he gets that equity when I refinance when I finish school. So I'm wondering if it's fair to ask him to cash out some of his 401k to pay his responsibility. I know there's huge punishments, but he's working on disability, and that can take a long time, but he's got no other assets to feed his kids.
Shoosh. See that? Even these gump ass niggas is like, wow. Why? Even they are like, damn, disability. He's not able to work. If he's not able to work, send the kids over there. All right. Nope. You got the divorce. You got the house of the divorce, and he's not working. And it gets worse than this. They are stunned. These guys that usually cape for these broads, they're stunned.
What a mess. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna fall on his kids on the back end, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Like, I'd rather he, keep his kids alive now than, I don't know. Well,
I mean, no, but they're gonna be propping him up right now, or they're gonna be propping him up in the future. If he cashes it out, then he's gonna be calling them when he's old and can't work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let me ask about your situation. Are you unable to support them right now without his check?
I'm getting some financial support from my family, but I'm going through school. I've still got years to go before I can have any training that can pay anything more than fast food.
Okay.
Wow. So she ain't got no future, and then she going to school, so she finessing the student loans.
Okay.
They got nothing. They know she's terrible.
I feel like fair is that word is stuck with me. I'm like, is it fair?
It's the wrong answer. It's the wrong question.
It's more like what is necessary to keep the roof over our heads and keep the kids fed and keep the basics here. I wouldn't use it as a punishment, and I don't think you are. You sound like a lovely person.
Is he for real hurt, or is he trying to end around not having to pay?
No, I believe it's genuine. He can't work.
Okay, so let's take the alimony piece off, because that's a third rail right now. Let's pretend y'all are still married. And I know that's a big stretch, okay? Your husband, who's working in your home, gets hurt, and he can't make any more money.
Yeah. Now what?
Y'all have to have some hard conversations about the house you live in. And you think, I'm not going to disrupt the kids' lives. The kids' lives are already really disrupted. I need to go to school right this minute so that I can finally get a degree, so I can finally get to earning some real money, so I can take care of everybody long term. That makes sense, unless you can't afford to do it right this second.
So our housing, that we refinanced this house when it was at the bottom of the interest. My interest rate is 2.6. My mortgage is $1,000.
Okay.
I can't rent a studio apartment in Utah for under $1,000.
No, I got you. So I get it.
Financial sense means that the kids and I stay here. If I was still married to him, we would keep this house. If we were still married, I would ask him to petition some kind of hardship to get into his 401k. His parents are paying his rent. I guess my parents are paying my mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, you can contact your attorney and you can say, hey, I want him to forego his stake in the equity of this house. That didn't put cash in your pocket.
He's threatening that he needs to do a bankruptcy because of his credit card debt since the divorce, and so he's threatening that he needs a bankruptcy. And I'm worried that this is an asset in his name.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're grasping at straws here.
Finally, John, you've been on here 12 Simps of Cheesemas. Finally, nigga. Finally, you woke up. Because there's a lot of bitter women like this. There's a ton of them. And they will make it about the kids, and it has nothing to do with it. They're just bitter, broad syndrome.
Yes.
Destroyers of families and children. Right here, the ghetto. This is why you have this continuing destruction of family, where they think she's right. She's everything but right. She loud and wrong. She loud and wrong. And she got custody. This is why I say these women keep the custody away from the father. The father finally walks away. He's a deadbeat. And guess what? Your kids end up fucked up too in the same cycle. And 60 years later, kick the can down the road. You wonder, generation 1, 2, and 3. Now you got modern women. He's like, you grasping at straws. You got nothing. Just move on with your life. Go get a job. Go do something, bitch. You got nothing.
Okay.
He owes you money. The bank says he does. Morally, he owes you money. He doesn't have any.
He don't got none. You trying to bleed the turnip dry. You trying to get blood out of a turnip, and it's done. You got nothing. What do you want him to do? Drain his 401k. What's in there? $20,000?
How much is in this mystical 401 that you think he can give you?
That's the question.
He has $250,000 in it.
$250,000.
And how old is he?
He's 42 years old.
And he's done working? Is he gonna just have to fight with disability forever?
He's going to have to fight to get on disability. He hopes that he can rejoin the workforce someday, but based on his last 10 years of health, I don't see how it's possible. He's hitting early dementia.
Okay. So
you see the reaction? See, these guys can't react like me. Did you see the reaction when she said he's hitting early dementia and he's disabled? He can't work. So jack him for his only thing, which is the 401k. You took him for the house. He got him outside the house. You see their reaction when she said dementia. Look at this. Watch this again. They couldn't even glitch.
In the workforce someday, but based on his last 10 years of health, I don't see how it's possible. He's hitting early dementia.
Okay.
Even the Gumps are like, this is one evil beast.
It's an evil world we live in.
But what do we do? Kid gloves still. Kid gloves. Nobody smacks no sense into these bitches. Nobody calls them an evil bitch. And I'm going to tell you, man, the comment section went in on her. And I was proud for a second. Because I was like, look at it. He's shaking his head. He like, wow. Public service announcement. Never, ever date this woman. 99% of the listeners hate this woman. 1% of the listeners are her cousin. I pray this man lives until he's 90. This might be the most moral, reprehensible call I've ever heard on this show. The moment she said he has early onset dementia, my jaw hit the floor. He's getting early dementia, and this wonderful ray of sunshine wants to take his money. Girl, get a job. All right, John and George are literally speechless. They need to hold this woman accountable, but they won't. They won't. I hope she reads every comment. I bet this injury is 100% the reason that she divorced him. Facts. She divorced him when he was down on his luck. She broke, but holding a $500,000 life insurance policy on her ex-husband. This is going to end in Dateline. I didn't get to that point because I got to speed up. But she has a $500,000 life insurance on him too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. But of course, men are not seen as utilities. Yeah. I got to do the main event here. I'll get all the super chats in, I promise, but let's do the main event here. Look, the CEO, Nigga fumbles the bag for a what? For a homely 46-year-old women. Now, you guys know me. You guys know me. I talk about the JUCO. I talk about there's a series of women that you can get your meat fixed and you can exercise some sort of sexual discipline if you just don't need to go get a nut. But no, most guys are running around here, traveling around Japan, cold approaching women, wasting their time. All right, most of y'all won't go get your meat fixed. You guys want some sort of ego related to this. And I'm telling you, there's a way to do this and a way to exercise some sort of discipline other than staying monogamous, other than staying what you would call, a guy that, you're doing some sort of semen retention. But we do have men that think they're not going to pay. At some particular point, you're going to pay. Let's take you to this tragic story about what is called the Astronomer CEO, Andy Bryan. Andy Bryan, this is one evil dude. All right, Andy Bryan. He is apparently one of the most successful CEOs here known in the world. Most of the time, you won't even know these guys. He's been caught up in this scandal in which he is a married man with another woman who is married. She damn near 50. All right, he's in his mid-50s, and he was hugged up with this woman at a Coldplay concert. Now, they showed the kind of the fan cam and set him up. You see them hugged up right here. This is not married. He's not married to her, and she's not married to him. They're on a vacation. They're probably out of town on a work trip. And the video shows them hugged up. Now, the aftermath of this has been quite interesting. Now, he's been getting all the wreck because he's in the position of power. All right, he's definitely in the position of power. We'll go ahead and show you the video on the board just so you guys can see it. All right, and I showed this yesterday. We covered it, but there's been some significant fallout. Let's go ahead and show you the video here.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? What? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure what to do. Did we rope on you? Okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on.
All right, so as you can see, it was a regular fan cam situation here. He's going to blame Coldplay for this particular situation of him losing $500 million. That's not his wife. That's not her husband. But the workplace is a common place for affairs simply because you cannot turn off human nature. You're going to have this dynamic. I know there's sexual harassment stuff. We're going to cover that in a minute. But, men and women meet, and you cannot turn off nature. You cannot turn off the woman's ability to want to go and climb higher and higher to the status position. When you have men and women working closely, you're going to have this. This is almost unstoppable. You can put all the guardrails and guidelines in and sexual harassment seminars if you want. You can put all that in there, but it's very difficult to maintain this because you have human nature. Humans are not perfect. We're infallible creatures. So we have a man cheating on his wife with the human resource director while he's the CEO. He has a power position. She's going to be the victim in this situation. I cannot help you. I cannot help you with this. I can't help you, Red Pill Ragers. This will never be fair. Cassie was in a similar situation. Rich guy. She's somewhat supported and propped up by this guy. She probably got her position because of this guy and or maintaining her position. And she's doing this by sucking his dick. All right, period. So women are going to exercise this ability to go higher and higher, even though she has a husband, right? We know this. This is fine. Not all women will do it, but a majority of women will do it enough, and she will not feel sorry for herself or her family because she did it. She got in a better position. And then you have this guy out here worth $1.2 billion, accordingly, and he is now could have bought all the young pussy he wanted. He could have bought all the pussy he wanted, and he could have had 100. He could have had 1,000 women. He could have had a concubine. He could have had side chicks and sugar daddies. Yet he's with this age-appropriate woman. It doesn't make sense. Why would you be with her? And then why would you be with her other than her licking the gooch in the dookie hole and letting her put the banana up the tailpipe and the freaky deaky shit that she does, not with her husband, but with him? Why would you do this? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. This is why I say the JUCO is available to you. But you guys, your pride and your ego can't let it happen. But guess what? You're going to pay way more than a JUCO. Way more than a JUCO. That could have been $300, $400, $500. You could have been at the concert chilling. You could have been with your wife. You could have been by yourself. But nah, you wanted to be hugged up with a 50-year-old human resource hag. That's about to cost you $500 million. Let's go ahead and scroll down right here. Let's go ahead and scroll down because the internet found the wife and the kids, unfortunately. And let's go ahead and put up the wife and the kids. There's the wife. There's the wife. As I say, all men pay. So what he fixing to pay? The thing on this story, it says right here, The CEO wife is about to be rich. Filthy, rotten, motherfucking rich. She about to walk away with $500 million. All right? $500 million. We're just saying it metaphorically. And she looks younger and better than the woman he let lick the dookie hole. But of course, listen, we don't know what the dynamics of the wife is. She's a pretty trophy wife. She's a pretty trophy wife. She's a little bit older. She probably was younger when he met. They probably got an age gap of maybe 10 or 15 years. And now the internet is like, hold up, bruh. Hold the fuck up. You threw away your wife and kids for this. This is what you did. This is what you did. And of course, she might not be having sex with him or licking his balls. Probably not. But bruh, you could have went to the JUCO.
You big dummy.
What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, bruh? The wife obviously looks better, but again, like they might not have a good dynamic. And of course, men with money and power, they want more women. All right, that's going to be a natural thing. We cannot turn this off. All right, but bruh, this is what you going down on. This is what you're going down on. Like, this is what's taking you down. My man keeps saying wrong info. Hey, bruh, we just going with what I got. Nigga, if you got another one, go to locals and put the right wife up there or shut the fuck up. All right? You're not going to stop me mid-show. You're not going to stop me mid-show. Say, coach, I posted the right wife on locals or shut the fuck up. All right? Let me do my show. Nigga, the show is already planned. Nigga, you want to do something else? Donate me $20, post the right picture of the wife, or shut the fuck up. Now, let's continue to show you bitch ass niggas. All right? The show is already planned. I planned this show last night and this morning. You're not going to stop me the fucking show, and I got to get out here on my massage therapist here in a minute. Now, okay? Now, what do we got now? Here's the problem here. Here's the problem that we got right here. We have someone that said, we have the statement. We have the statement from the CEO. Niggas will like me. Bruh, do me a favor and help me out. Or shut the fuck up. Let's continue. Just locals. Hey, coach, I posted the right one on locals. No. The niggas want to distract the show. Shut the fuck up, you goofy ass niggas. All right, anyway, you can help me out by being a supporter. CoachGregAdams.locals.com. Put the right fucking wife over there or shut the fuck up. Donate me $20 and say, coach, I did you a solid. I got the right wife over here. Or shut the fuck up. All right, anyway, let's continue. The CEO has issued allegedly a statement. The CEO has allegedly released a statement, and the Astronomer sets the record straight on Coldplay concert goer alleged viral statement. Now, there's a statement that is going feral, and we don't know if it's his actual statement. All right, we don't know if it's his actual statement because the internet saying the statement is, the company saying the statement is fake. All right, but here we go right here. Here we fucking go. All right, let me see here. You internet people is crazy, man. Internet people are crazy. All right, let's see. Give me the statement, man. All right, here we go right here. All right, let's see here. This is a alleged statement. I don't know if this is the real statement. It says, I want to acknowledge the moment that was circulating online and the disappointment it caused what was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal playing out on a, let me see if I can get this right. All right, it doesn't look like that's the complete statement. It's small. Okay, this looks like it's a little bit better. All right, I found a better one. Here we go right here. It says right here, I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it caused. What's supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on the public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife and my family and the team at Astronomer. It says you deserve better from me as a partner, father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be. See? Remember I said this? I said, you guys, most of the time, and this is human nature, you don't feel bad about what you were doing. You feel bad about getting caught. This is everybody. This isn't just them. It's It's not just him. It's not just men. It's not just women. It's me. It's you. Most of us do shitty things to people we so-called love. But guess what? You only mad. You only responsible. You only maybe partially hold yourself accountable when you get caught. You got caught. This is not who I want to be. Yes, it is. You chose that shit. That was exactly who you wanted to be. You did this, and you did this for years, weeks, months, blah, blah, blah. When you could have been at a brothel getting your meat fixed and walking out a 4x4 at Brazil. But no. I don't want to pay. My ego. I love her and blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Man or woman, bullshit. The reality is you got caught with your pants down. Now this is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. Sorry. I'm taking time to reflect and take accountability and to figure out the next steps. You didn't figure it out here? You couldn't figure it out here. She couldn't figure it out here. You knew what you were doing. You sat through human resource meetings about sexual harassment at this company led by this woman. You propped her up in that position, and now look at your ass now. And same for her. I don't want to hear shit about her or all that. Y'all was hugged up, and y'all would have been hugged up if y'all wasn't on camera. This is why I don't like people. This is why I don't like people, because it always turns into this. I made a mistake. I want a clean slate. This is not what I wanted. I didn't intend to do this. It's bullshit. People bullshit you. They'll be like, I've been faithful for you for 10 years, but then you rewind it back and it's only been for 3 years. And 7 years, they've been fucking around on you. And I'm not immune from this too. I'm a part of this as well. But this is why I don't believe people can be faithful or monogamous. I don't believe it. Because the reality is, when was the last time a person admitted to this prior to being getting caught? This is the reality. Prior to getting caught, has anybody in the history of the fucking world say, you know what? I just have to come clean. This is not who I want to be. I've been cheating on you. Almost never. This is why you can't trust people to be this, because they never admit it beforehand. Now they all apologetic after the fact. This is who I didn't want to be. I want a clean slate. Let's start over. You keep doing what you were doing, but now I get a clean slate, and now we can just look past it and move forward. No. Nah. It says right here, I'm taking time to reflect, take accountability, and to figure out the next step. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy. The answer is no. No privacy. As I navigate this process, see, no privacy, sir. No privacy. Ma'am, no privacy for you. You were doing this out in the open then. You were out here creeping and all that. See me, I know I'm not going to be faithful. So I don't put people in this position. I'm honest. Then when I get with a woman, I'm honest. I ain't going to be faithful. Just to let you know, that ain't a part of what we're going to do. You can agree or disagree. I probably might expect you to be a little bit more faithful, but if you don't want to do that, well, bitch, you ain't going to get half of me anyway. So it is what it is. Or I'm going to punish you. But no. Don't then jump into these marriages and relationships and play holier than thou and you cheating. You go into the street. And by the way, cheating is just not sex, because as far as we know, they ain't never had sex. As far as we know, they just dancing and cuddled up together. I don't know. But people think that, let's see here. It says people here get into these marriages and then they play holier than thou. Then they play like, I be faithful out here, but they be out here cheating. But I'm out here single and they persecute me. Well, you should get a woman and you should be faithful. Nah, see, don't play house and then be out here fucking around and then want to keep it in privacy and this type of thing. Like, these people are masquerading under the moral compass, and they fucking around. So cheating just doesn't include sex. They could be flirting. Flirting, it could be a level of cheating. It could also be text messaging. It could be just kissing in the car, fondling, touching, emotional, reconnecting with an ex. Like, y'all do have all these gray areas. Y'all have all these gray areas. Well, I have a boyfriend, but I also have a sugar daddy. So as long as my boyfriend, remember, she's still good. As long as she's not with another guy for free, as long as she's getting paid, y'all have all of this bullshit. And then rain down on me like I'm committing a law. I'm breaking some laws. It could be emotional affair. It could be an intended. It could be hoping that this person becomes intimate with you. It just doesn't start as sex. Okay? It says right here, I also want to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. We don't know if this statement is true, because people are now backpedaling from the statement. He says a private moment became public without my consent. So you're going to sue Coldplay. Man, listen, you were in the arena. You know, I'm pretty sure you signed a waiver that you can be recorded. All right, no, absolutely not. And it says, I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. Oh my God. No. You were at a public event, a public concert. You made this public. You see what I'm saying here? When people get caught, the first thing they do is become a victim. This is why I can't trust people. Now, the people who have a problem with me not trusting people, you're the problem. It ain't me. It ain't me. Because you see what people do. You see what people do. Now, all of a sudden, you done deflected, redirected, and made yourself the victim when you out here fucking around. He and she. Out in public, in front of everybody. People at the company saying, we knew about this. And he's an asshole, and we glad they got exposed. This is allegedly going around Twitter. When I say human beings ain't shit, this is an example. And this ain't just him. It ain't just her. It's the whole lot of you. It's the whole lot of you. Deflect, redirect, I was the victim. It was a private thing, and I was cheating in private. They made it more public. Nah. People ain't shit. As a friend once saying, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. I don't even know what that means, but I just don't understand why people believe and continue to hide under this facade, as I call it, a facade of relationships, infidelity, and monogamy when you can't do it. And then I come out here and I say, hey, listen, I am who I am. I'm free. I can date who I want. I can have as many sexual partners as I want. I can be unmarried. And then I'm the enemy of the state. Then you guys give more forgiveness to these cocksuckers than you give to me. Then you blame me for the problems of society and creating more whores when I ain't creating shit. Them whores was already whores when I showed up. But you got this guy out here, these married people out here under the cover of night in privacy, wanting privacy and having private relationships against their faith, against their commitments. Then you're ready to forgive them. Hey, well, it's a Coldplay lyrics. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about all that. This is nuts. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sad reality of what's going on with the world. But he says marriage is the beard. I know that's what people are hiding behind. You're hiding your bullshit behind these monogamous relationships. Then you jump on your moral high ground. Then you have these things, and then you want to be private. Well, we're going to be private, and we're going to keep it within himself. Like the whole Derek Jackson thing. Then when we come up, he was cheating like a motherfucker. And then she knew it the entire time. And then you're like, well, why are you hiding behind this? And you're telling everybody about this, and then you hide it. You have an affair within your marriage. You hide it. People have affairs in their marriages and relationships, and guess what? They deal with it. They don't tell everybody. They hide it. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't jump out and be like, nah, not me. They stay with it more and more and more times. But then I'm public enemy number one. How? When I'm out here just being honest and truthful. And you guys have the facade. I hope you enjoy your fucking cocksucking lives. All right, anyway, I got to read these super chats and I got to handle some business here. Thanks for the show. Appreciate y'all for being here. Let me do these super chats. Okay. All right, I got some whole sound effect issues here, but I got to speed through these. Thank you for the support. All right, speed round. Shout out to Jerome. Coach, you're right about us humans. When I slacked on a diet for about 3 years and went from 220 to now 267, shaking my head. CJ says, thanks for the rant. I needed to hear that for sure. That rant could have been a mic drop and stream ended. Please clip it for later. Shout out to Age of Machines. Got the books, The Money Mindset, and a backlog, The Study. He says, still debt-free on my grind. Your show is a looking glass to help me see what's really going on out here. I ain't got the stomach, so I'm monk mode with options. To expose the expose on women and their stories made me fall back. Yep. Shout out to our brother. Prudham says, great divorce into the free agent lifestyle. Thanks, boss. We got Lou the Jew. Lurt says, just bought the books from Amazon. I can't wait to read them. Just finished Outwitting the Devil. Keep it going, brother. I appreciate the truth. Not much, but here's a few shillings, and that's a co-sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. All right, what do we got here? Shout out to Lou the Jeweler. Shout out to Mr. Unlimited. Coach had to show some love. I'm dead at the face. Whites and mulattoes make when they're uncomfortable. It's so true. LOL. Shout out to Mr. Unlimited. Cisco. Megan Good starred in an earlier 2000s movie called Biker Boys. It was my favorite movie back in high school for obvious reasons other than motorcycles. He said she was in her prime back then and her brother was starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Mr. Greg the Bataram, shout out to you. Appreciate you for being here, and we acknowledged you earlier on in today's show. Speed round. Elvis is in the building. Have a great weekend. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for the support. We got our brothers over on Venmo showing some love. We appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for the great week. It was a short week, but thank you for the great week. And I don't feel any forgiveness for being a free agent. All right, most of these people are living a fucking lie. Shout out to our brother Kevin Sullivan says, appreciate you, Coach. Keep spitting that true fire to us. Take a look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror. And do not hit me with that. Well, not all people. If you hit me with that, I'm going to just say,
shut your bitch ass up.
What it is people ain't getting caught. You ain't just got caught yet. That's what the fuck it means. All right, that's what it means. You ain't got caught. So that's what it is. You ain't been caught yet. As we can clearly see, he hadn't been caught yet. All right, when he got caught, now all of a sudden he started tap dancing. Shout out to No Government Name. Shout out to you. We got you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank goodness for you. We got Tim the Tool Man. We're going to call you Mr. Rehab. Thank you so much for what you do, Coach. If the CEO embraces the free agent lifestyle, he wouldn't be in this mess. Facts. Dude, I'm telling you, if you want to cheat on your wives, if you want to cheat on your girls, ladies, if you want to cheat on your men, if you want to have your cake and eat it too, be single. That's all I've asked people to do. I don't play games. I don't lie. I don't sell dreams to women. I play mind games. I'm going to just tell you that. Okay. I just don't think that cheating on people is fair. I know. I have a heart. I just don't think people cheating on each other is fair. Meaning that if I tell you I'm not cheating and I cheat, I think that's a piece of shit human being. Now, if I tell you I'm non-monogamous and I say you have to be monogamous, that's fair if you agree to it. Don't then cheat on me. You're cheating on me and then saying, oh, I'll be monogamous and I'll let you fuck who you want. And then fuck who you want and say, well, I fucked who you want. I will fuck who I wanted because you was fucking who you wanted. That's lying. Again, let's be straight up. If you want an open relationship, let's open it up. Let's be straight up. But I don't think most people can be faithful. And it doesn't just include sex. Cheating includes a gamut of things, hiding details, hiding information, emotional relationships, financial cheating. Like there's a whole bunch of shit that goes down when people can just be straight up. Don't cheat. You don't need to cheat in today's world. Man or woman, you don't need to cheat. And go buy some pussy. If you want some pussy, go buy some. Why blow up your whole marriage on a side bitch? Go cheat. Go to the brothel. Go get a sugar baby. Go buy some pussy. Go to the boulevard. I don't know. Well, that's illegal, coach. But you're going to cheat with a whole woman? You're going to have a whole bitch in love and you got your wife? This is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. You're going to be side texting a nigga for months and months and months, building up all this emotional and sexual energy. Go buy some pussy. Go buy some pussy, get your nut, and go back to your wife and kids and go have a goddamn family. If that's what you want to do. But don't run up here on your moral high ground. And I don't want to hear shit about not me. I don't want to do. Shut the fuck up. You see what people are doing. You get caught. Now you want to come out in the open. As long as you don't get caught, then you can play the moral high ground. Shut the fuck up with your moral high ground bullshit. Okay? But you're going to ruin your whole fucking life for an old side bitch. This is ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you're going to paint me as public enemy for number one for telling you to go get a brothel bitch. This is terrible. This is a whole industry. But you're going to ruin families after families over here. But go to this bitch over here. She does this as a profession. But you got to catch y'all bitches out in a while. Oh, I don't want to pay for it. And how much is he paying for it? $500 million. $500 million. Timeout says Shannon Sharp case dismissed. All right, I'm going to have to check that out. Larry C says, just wanted to show support and gratitude for your teaching. Shout out to you, the Money Mindset crew, and my fellow Coach Gang members. Please take me out with the You Big Dummy for the Titanic CEO couple. Thanks, Coach. Dummy ass niggas, man. Dummy. You big dummy. And an old broad, an old side bitch of all the women you could be banging and getting caught with. It's ridiculous. TK says, Coach, just want to say everything you say. It's true. I live in LA, so I see monetization of women. I do live here. I pick up women from the W. She was back on her phone with her girlfriends talking about the guy she just seen had millions in his account, but she was not all that. Regular beesh. Regular beesh. All right, guys, monetized women come in all shapes and sizes, all ranks. I've seen twos that could get monetized. Because dudes trying to get a nut. And guys want to get, like, I've seen tortas monetized. Tortas. And dudes would be like, who would pay her? Dudes would pay her $200 to get something from her, right? He just might want to have sex with a maid. Like he might want to have a maid fetish. And she built like a whole maid. And he wants to bone a maid. He doesn't want to bone his maid because that would mess shit up. So what does he find? He wants to fuck a maid. He wants to have this maid fetish. It happens, bro. Dr. Beto says, Coach, whenever I see white couples together, all I can think of is the Coldplay cheating couple. A huge L for white couples. And by the way, white couples are highly into open relationships and fetishes and all of this stuff. So it's not a surprise they got caught up. Bri LaBeef says, love your message. He says, and when you cook, Coach. All right, I be cooking out here. Okay, Shannon Sharp case, real quick here. All right, I got like 8 minutes. Let me see here. All right, maybe we can do this later. Let's see here. Shannon Sharp settles his case, says Tony Busby, according to the deal here. So Shannon Sharp settles his case. All right, so what did you think he got? What did you think she got? 35K a cheek? All right, 10 million, 20 million? Okay, the damage is done. Maybe we could talk about that maybe later or tonight or something like that. Thank you for sharing that update. Breaking news. Bri, by the way, he says he loves my message, and that's a co-sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. Yep, and he paid. So he paid. We know Shannon Sharp paid. We're going to have to figure out how much he paid. All right, somebody said $1 million. Age of Machine says, if she can lose her relationship to Manosphere content, it means her relationship was predicated on her controlling him. She should be rejected and lose her relationship. Men are to be followed, listened to, and respected in their home. By definition, relationships are cooked. Any woman that wants to dictate relationships, like, I believe in, I'm a controlling ass nigga. You know what I mean? I am, just to let you guys know. All right. Is it healthy? No, it's somewhat toxic. I agree. This is why I always tell you I'm not relationship material. Most women can't handle me. They can't handle me because I'll be like, and I've always been in control. right? I've always been in control all my life. Like I've been a head coach in college basketball. I've been an assistant coach, top assistant, Division I. I've been a father. I've been a husband to a wife, stay at home. Now, what I know about female nature is they like control initially, and then they rebel against control eventually. Same thing with daughters. All right, so anybody you're over, same thing with your basketball team or your football team you're coaching. They like control. All right, they like control. They like discipline, but then at some point, that lazy piece of shit want to rebel, right? They want to get their power back. So it only can last so long. But I am in control. I am a motherfucking miracle worker out here. I am see God Allah. So I make a good decisions. I'm disciplined. I'm good. Am I always right? No, but you don't have to always be right. You don't have to always be right. You have to be right at least the majority of the time, and I'm right the majority of the time, and I'll admit when I'm wrong, barely. However, you don't have to always be right, but you have to be disciplined and make good decisions, and you have to be a leader. I've always been a leader. Therefore, in relationships, I never allow a woman to lead. I never will allow a woman to drive me. I never will ride passenger seat in a woman's fucking car. I'll never let her fly me a motherfucking airplane. That's how much control I have over that shit. Most people are lazy and pathetic and lethargic, and they're going nowhere, and they cannot lead me lest me be in a situation where the powers are balanced. Bitch can't lead me to any goddamn thing but the dinner table. All right, other than that, and this doesn't allow also women, I look at men this way. I don't look at many men that can lead me. So it's not a male-female thing. I look at people as motherfucking pathetic. So I look at most people as you can't tell me shit. You can't lead me nowhere. I'm the motherfucking miracle worker here. I'm see God Allah. I'm the goddamn star. You hit your wagon to motherfucking me. All right, there ain't that many people that can do this. You can't get me to me. You can't motherfucking lead me. Most people gonna lead me to slaughter. I look at this from even my mom. She can't take me nowhere at this point in my life. Okay, she had up until I was age 10 or 12. That's it. All right, I got this shit from here. Thanks, Mom. So I can't see any woman leading me. And if a woman wanted to lead me or be equal to me, bitch, you're going to have to do exactly what I'm doing. And if you ain't doing it or you're going to abdicate when you panic, bitch, you're going to have to take a side step. You're going to have to take the side seat forever. The reality is when people abdicate when there's pressure and stress, that means you're incapable of leading. When you make decisions under duress and stress and you don't fucking crumble and cry in the corner, then you're the fucking leader. And not just sometimes, you're the leader all the goddamn time. That's how it works. That's how leaders are picked. You don't just make decisions when you're happy and comfortable. Motherfucker, you're going to have to make it under stress and duress. If you can't do it, you're going to have to sit your ass back on the back seat and let me run this shit. That's how I do it. And if you're a woman that don't want to do this shit, stay far the fuck away from me. That is how I do it. Do not try to convince me that I could do it otherwise. Bitch, you're going to have to demonstrate this by the fucking midsection you got on your stomach and your life and your fucking bank account. Until then, you sit your ass over to the side and shut the fuck up when appropriately. And when I tell you to open your mouth, you open your fucking mouth. Do not convince me that we can be equal. I'll run this shit until otherwise noted. Right? Until I give you that position and I abdicate it. Other than that, sit the fuck down. All right, most of y'all can't do it. You just all talk and no motherfucking action. You sleeping in on a Saturday until 10:30. Shut the fuck up. I'm up at 6 in the morning on a Saturday doing my shit in peace and quiet. I'm up doing my shit. You still in the goddamn bed. You ain't leading me nowhere. Let me get here in this show. TWP says, in case some of you sucker for love ass niggies haven't noticed, the theme of this week's show is if she's healing, she been hoeing. Salute to the coach gang. Facts. Okay, and any woman that rebels against me has no leadership coming from me. If you rebel against me, I give you 0. Right? Which means, in effect, I wish you luck. I don't wish you harm. I don't wish you anything. But if you don't want to be led by me, you're on your motherfucking own. You don't get partial leadership. You don't get to dictate and cherry pick on what type of qualities you get to get from me. You get 0. That's the bottom line. You don't get no leadership from me. You don't get to pick and fucking choose when you want to listen and when you don't listen. Bye, bitch. All right, good luck. And I wish you motherfucking luck in life. You get nothing from me. That includes family members, mothers, wives, daughters, girlfriends. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to listen and when you don't want to motherfucking listen. You get the full right to go on your motherfucking own. That's how I do shit. So in that case, I'm controlling. Yes. I'm abusive because that shit comes with shit. All right. If you want to say it, it comes with shit that you can win. You don't get the fucking cherry pick. J Flow says, don't get married. Shout out to the coach gang. Last one to steal curtain says, I know you're rushing, but you missed my last post. I got to go. I got somebody at the door. Shout out to you, man. Let me see if I can scroll down. My person is at the door. Megan Good. I did read it. All right. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here. Mic drop time. Peace.